Since you got me out in the open, now I'm ready to dive in. I know you told you it would be a slow burn. Beating, hiding, I've been calling out your name.
All right. Oh, I really should. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I should not have drank coffee before this, because now I've just got a consistent stomachache. Oh, well, we carry on. It's just one of those. Hello. Hello? Where am I? Help. Oh, there we go. Boom. Welcome. I thought I'd binned off watch-alongs. Turns out I haven't. I'm here. Welcome to, what is this? I don't know. Oh, that's it. Abu Dhabi qualifying. Boom. I thought, well, since it's the final... What is that noise? I don't know. What is that noise? Could you elaborate on what the noise is? Sounds like music to me, to be fair. But anyway, welcome. Yeah, so we're going to watch a little bit of qualifying because I said so and I feel like it. You're right, Liam? And, well, straight afterwards, and by that I mean on the, not like a separate stream, literally after on the same stream, I'm going to head on F125 and, I'm going to do a full Grand Prix of Abu Dhabi because... Why not? If I don't, then the stream's just going to be like 45 minutes long. I did actually make a prediction for this. I made it in about 4 seconds, so it's not very polished. But, well, I've gone for a Lando Norris pole position. I've gone for a Max Verstappen second, a George Russell third, an Oscar Piastri fourth, a Yuki Tsunoda fifth, because although Antonelli drove into him in the pit lane, I do think he's got a good bit of pace. Went for Ollie Behrman P6, Kimi Antonelli P7, Charlie P8, Alonso P9, and Hamilton P10. And then Q1, I've got Colapinto, Gabriel Bortoletto, Esteban Ocon, Lance Stroll, and Liam Lawson to go out. And Q2 would be Hulkenberg, Gasly, Hadjar, and the Williams. The knockouts are in no particular order, just sort of those 5. We're going to be starting in about 5-6 minutes. I probably should have started a bit, later, because what do you talk about? I guess I just sort of talk about, well, practice, I guess, because I did actually watch practice. I don't usually, but I thought, well, it's on, so why not? Lando looked scarily quick, during all 3 practice sessions. I believe he was fastest during FP1 and 2, and then 3 was 400ths off. Or, well, actually, no, it's 4,000ths off Posh Spice George Russell. So, you know, maybe Russell could do a bit better than Pete. Actually, no, I put him 3rd. That seems, you know, acceptable. Oscar Piastri, although he did quite good at the end, he looks a bit shit. And, he's got jump scared by the F1 theme on my other monitor. Hang on, how do I not have that playing? Help. Do I need the F1 theme playing? Hang on, wait. This. Aha! Okay, I figured that out. Nice. So yeah, couple things to keep in mind with this live timing. First of all, I believe the timer is about 3 minutes late. However, I have the accurate timing on my other monitor, so that's good. Also, a team radio from Sonoda. This might be a bit loud. Alright, what about this one? He just says nothing. There you go. Great. So yeah, what do we even speak about? I suppose just sort of, oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Oscar Piastri, Pissy, as my mother calls him. Alright, Bavada. So yeah, as I predicted, Oscar seemed a bit off it. Now, this is because Abu Dhabi is a low-grip track, and as we know, from, well, literally apart from Qatar, the last sort of 7 races, he's no good at them. Brazil, Mexico, Baku, Singapore, Monza, I think. He's not very good at them because they're all low-grip. The one time there was a high-grip track, which was Qatar, he was, well, will you show the main race? I can't show it because that's illegal, but I will be showing this. Yeah. Oscar was probably, I don't know, like, the best, like, driver of the season in Qatar. Like, in terms, I don't know, actually, no. Probably Lando at Mexico, actually. I don't know, but you know what I'm trying to say. He was nutty. Sprint, win, pole. Should have won the Grand Prix. Shout out McLaren strategy for that one. But yeah, if I actually go and show, like, the actual thing from, like, a broadcaster, I will instantly get terminated and copyright strike, sued, all that good stuff. So that, yeah, that's why no one does it, because it's illegal. Anyway, that is tough. Yeah, 2 minutes until we begin. I'm excited, you know. I mean, obviously I'm excited. It's qualifying. Why would you not be? But I'm thinking, although I put the top 3 title contenders in my top 4 overall prediction, I reckon there is a good chance of one of them, probably Lando, because I said so, will have a bit of a blunder. In my opinion. Oh, okay, right. For a second I thought you put Stroll in first, but okay, right, yeah. Hamilton 19th. Oof. I mean, it's not entirely unpredictable, is it, at Q1 in what the last 2 sessions? It's quite similar to mine, actually. No, it isn't. I don't know. You've gone Norris, Russell, Verstappen. I went Norris, Verstappen, Russell. So that's kind of the same. We both put Piastri 4th and Norris 1st. So we got the McLarens, you know, great minds think alike. Hadjar in P5. I like it, you know. I like it. It's not Turkey 2020. Stroll ain't fast. Well, that's just because you started with 20th. So I was a bit confused for a brief second. Shout out Turkey 2020. Was it Turkey? I thought it was Portugal. Was it not? Oh. What happened in Portugal? Wait, no, it was Turkey. Oh no, Portugal is where Lewis won his title. Well, I don't know, I give up. I wasn't even watching F1 in 2020, so I wouldn't know. But I do like it overall. I mean, Q1 is actually identical to mine, except I put Ocon, you put Hamilton. Apart from that, it's the same. And then Q2, we're also quite similar in... Well, I put Hulkenberg, Gasly, Hadjar, and both of the Williams. I do think Hamilton makes Q3, and I do think he gets, you know, I don't think he does well in Q3, but I think he gets to Q3. He looks good. He looks good. And as I say that, I believe qualifying is now underway. Yes, it is. The green flag has been waved, and we're underway for the final qualifying session of the season. I'm very excited for this to be over, because it means we are one step closer to Cadillac being a part of the F1 grid, which is all I really care about at this stage. I don't really give a shit who wins the title. I just hope it's somewhat entertaining. I just want Cadillac, and that's about it, really. If you can't tell, I like Checo Perez a lot, given the fact his helmet's behind me. But we're off, and we are seeing, unless the live timing is wrong, which, let's be honest, it's wrong 50% of the time, Hamilton and Gasly are out on medium tyres. To be fair, we have seen that before. We have seen medium tyres being better than soft tyres at some tracks. I remember Russell in Baku, I think it was. He was using mediums. He was quite good. I mean, I remember the old days when... You remember when Q2 was, like, going to be your starting tyre if you got through? I think, was it that? So if whatever your tyre was in Q2, if you made the top 10, that was your race tyre. So drivers would use the mediums. I don't know why that was a thing. I'm glad they got rid of that, to be honest. Would you like many viewers? Let's make you popular? No, I'm good, mate. I'm aware it's a bot. I've never known, like, the bot situation to be so bad on Kick. Like, it is so torrential. Like, there is at least 20 a day trying to get you to buy viewers and buy followers. At this point, I might as well, you know. So Gasly is going to be the first one to start a flying lap, and he's off. But keep in mind, medium tyres. And also, I've just noticed Sector 1 only has 5 mini-sectors. That is unbelievably short. Like, unbelievably. And it's going to be a 17.3 for Gaza. See what Colapinto does. He's on the soft tyre. So he's going to go through. And he's going to do a what? A 7... It's exactly the same. So Gazzy on the, the harder compound, and he's actually only 3,000 slower than his teammate. It's always Kick, it's nothing else. I mean, yeah, I only stream on Kick, to be fair, for the pure fact of why not. You know, if I could only pick 2 or even 1, it wouldn't be Kick. I'd get off immediately. I mean, to be fair, if I can get to 1,000 followers on TikTok, I'll probably bin off Kick and just go to TikTok, basically. I don't know. I mean, you stream on Kick every single day, pretty much, and I don't know, maybe it's because the platform isn't very big, or maybe it's because I think I'm right in saying apart from Thom, I am the only person that consistently streams F1, from what I've seen anyway. So yeah, that could be a reason why. Anyway, we're focusing on qualifying. Gasly, 17.3, 36.6, comes across the line in a brief second, as Lawson's going quicker than him, and Gasly puts in a 24.7, which is over a second slower than the top times in practice. Now, I don't remember the exact time, but I believe pole last year was a 22.3 from Lando Norris. So, Colapinto goes 3 tenths quicker, which makes it... Alright. Hello? Alright, there we go, that's cool. And actually, the timer that you see in the top left is actually quite a way behind. We currently have 14 minutes left, so if you need to know the exact time left, let me know, and I'll just remind you when there's, like, 10, 5, 3, 2, when it gets close to the end. Lance Stroll goes quickest by 3 tenths over Hamilton on the medium tyre, and then Hulkenberg goes another 3 tenths quicker, so the times are starting to plummet. Like I said, 23, what was it, a 23.2 kind of area was the fastest in practice, and a 22.3, I think it was, is pole position from last year. So, yeah, Lando Norris now, starting his... Oh, no. Has he just come out, or is he starting a lap? I think he's just come out. I don't know. Colapinto time deleted. You're not wrong, to be fair. Not like it matters anyway. He would have been, what? Last. Oh, no, second to last. Only behind his... in front of his teammate. I wonder what's happened to Colapinto recently. He seems way off it. Like, way off it. Miles. Bortoletto goes within 2 tenths of Hulkenberg. Not bad. Not bad. Not great. Not bad, though. It's alright. And then we don't have anyone else on a flying lap right now. I think we're going to get quite a few in a second, but... of the first runs, we have 2 Saubers, an Aston, a Ferrari, and what is he in? An Alpine, that's the one. With Hulkenberg leading the way, but now we have some heavy hitters. We've got Oscar Piastri coming out of the pits. We have Max Verstappen starting a flying lap. We have Tsunoda, we have Hamilton, no we don't, we have Leclerc, we've got Norris, we've got all the big boys. As this, I was going to say bad website, I can't say that, it's free, but lock in. Verstappen through Sector 1 does a 17 dead, which is going to be about a tenth and a bit up on the next first fastest, which is set by Hulkenberg. So, oh no, it isn't actually by Hamilton. Oh no, it isn't actually by actually by Stroll. Never mind, I'm really blind. All good. It's fastest overall, that's all you need to worry about, you know. Oh, hang on. Sainz has stolen Verstappen's fastest Sector 1, puts in a 17.067. Verstappen then goes fastest in Sector 2, which you'd expect. I mean, it's the Red Bull, though Yuki Tsunoda has just gone a tenth and a bit quicker than Verstappen through Sector 2. Now, I imagine Yuki's running a lot more straight line speed, and Verstappen's going to gain it all back through Sector 3, but maybe not. I mean, we saw in Qatar and Las Vegas, Tsunoda now, with an equal car to Verstappen, is quite close to him, proving that second Red Bull has been tampered with and is not on the same level of Verstappen, but he does go fastest, only by a tenth and a half, and that might actually be slower than his practice time. And Tsunoda loses half a second nearly in Sector 3, like I predicted. He might have a bit more straight line speed. Goes third? Now it's fourth, as Hadjar goes into the top 3. Oscar Piastri begins his first flying lap, as Charles Leclerc is finishing a lap and goes P6. Only a tenth ahead of his teammate. He is on a medium tyre, though, so that might not be too bad. Calorie Science goes round the final corner and goes fourth fastest, only 13 thousandths off Hadjar. Not bad. George Russell begins his first flying lap. Alex Albon is finishing a lap and goes P7. About, you know, tenth and a half off his teammate. Not too bad given recent performances. Pierre Gasly, I think, is going to be starting a new flying lap as Fernando Alonso goes second. And Norris only third. A tenth off Verstappen. Well, I wasn't expecting that, I'll be honest. I mean, Lando Norris to not be first and actually behind Alonso. I mean, we have seen, to be fair, I mean, look at that Sector 3 by Lando. He is scary. As Ollie Behrman. I mean, he said in practice his car was feeling fantastic. Also, Oscar Piastri, right now, is going to be... he's actually a little bit... He's actually, what? 4 tenths up on his teammate? I mean, we have seen that Oscar's a bit shit in Sector 3 compared to Lando, but he goes 2 and a bit tenths. Oh no, nearly pretty much exactly 2 tenths faster than Lando Norris, and also 1,000 behind Ollie Behrman. Ollie Behrman is currently fastest. Kimi Antonelli, only P8. George Russell, fastest. Oof. But look how close it is. 8 milliseconds. Split the top 3. Pierre Gasly improving, goes into the top 10 overall, but I wasn't expecting this. I'm hoping that it's just first runs, and after the second run, everything will return to normal. But we did see, in practice, Ollie Behrman was like, mate, how's my car so good? Like, he was complimenting his car a lot, and it was just like, oh, Gasly has that time deleted. That's tough. As, who just went where? Someone just went up somewhere, I don't know. Oh, Hamilton, that was it. Hamilton goes into the top 5, only a tenth off the pace, not bad. Stroll and Gasly both have their lap times deleted. So right now, we have 8 minutes remaining. Leclerc in the bottom 5. The other 3, as you know, I predicted Colapinto and Ocon, not Albon though. As Colapinto has a track limits as well. So that's quite a lot already. Both the Alpines and Stroll, twice. Well done, Stroll. What a driver. So Lando comes back in the pits. I imagine the I mean, he went about 2/10 quicker in practice, I'm pretty sure. So there's obviously a lot more pace in it. I don't know if he got traffic. I don't know if anyone got traffic. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. What I do know is Oscar is actually nearly 2/10 up on his teammate, which I was predicting literally the opposite. Verstappen only 4th, Alonso in the top 6, Hamilton in the top 5 with his teammate, 7/10 back in P18, George Russell leading the way with Ollie Behrman in P2. None of that makes any sense, but there you go. Welcome to Formula 1. But look how close it is, by the way. It is ridiculous. There is only half a second between the top 17. Literally, one little correction can get you knocked out. And that's going to be a bit nerve-wracking. Maybe not for, you know, it might not be. But I imagine it could be for the title contenders. Because, you know, one little slip-up and you might be gone. I don't remember what the practice times was. I am pretty sure it was like a 23.2 from Russell. And that's the current fastest time. So I don't know. But it was in the 23s. I remember that for a fact. Everyone waiting in the pits. Obviously, they wait until nearly the end of the session. We have 6.5 minutes remaining of this Q1. We do have both of the Saubers out, though, on used tyres. So I don't know if they're just going to do another run for no apparent reason. But, you know, we wish them the best of luck. Fastest sectors, by the way. Russell has the fastest sector 1 at 17.008. Sonoda has the fastest sector 2, which is a 36 dead, which is 2 straight lines. So that's why I said he's probably running a bit more wing, or a bit less wing, rather. And Lando Norris has the fastest sector 3, about a 10th quicker than anyone else. The only person close is his teammate, who's a 10th and 200ths back. But Lando is a 10th quicker than anyone else through Sector 3. I want to see the McLarens, though. So Sector 2, Oscar was half a 10th up. And then Sector 1... Okay, Lando definitely made a mistake in Sector 1. Because look at Lando's Sector 1, 17.3. That is the slowest of everyone by over a 10th. So Lando obviously cocked up. So if Lando can get his Sector 1 time down to a 17 dead, then he's going to gain, 3 tenths. So he's probably got about 3-4 tenths in the backpack. So, looking good. Liam Lawson, Team Radio. Sorry if this might be a bit loud. Cover your ears, maybe.
Right, honestly, does he even...
Oh no, it's not too bad. I can't even know what he's saying, to be fair. Yeah, that's all you.
It wasn't great.
Wonder why the timer says 9.5 minutes on, like, all live timings, whereas in, the actual sessions, it's 5 minutes. Yeah, there's now, 4 minutes, 56, 55, 54. Wait, did I? Hang on a minute. Need to quickly check something. Oh my god. I forgot to go live on YouTube Shorts. Sorry, everyone! Well, I say everyone, no one's here yet, but yeah. That's bad for me. I need to stop doing that. I'm actually a really, really, really dumb human. Right, hello everyone from YouTube Shorts. I kind of just forgot about you lot for the last, 20 minutes. All good. Welcome to qualifying here in Abu Dhabi. We are 14 minutes into the session. We have 4 minutes remaining, and we are starting to see some drivers come out the pits. We have Oscar and Lando both on new tyres. I have no idea what the cut-off time's going to be. I'm going to predict it's going to be about a 23.3. I think if you do a 23.3, you are going to be safely through, I imagine. That's a complete guess, though, based on, no knowledge. It's literally a guess. It could be a 23 dead. It could stay as it is, a 23.6. But I just love how close it is. I mean, you take out Leclerc, who done his lap on mediums, and then the Alpines, one of which was on mediums, the other one was track limits. Everyone on the entire grid right now, because obviously when the Alpines, maybe not Colapinto, but when Gasly and Leclerc do a proper lap, they'll be probably in the top 12, 13 area. Every single driver is split by half a second right now. That's it. So like I said, one little correction and you're gone. Excuse me, Lando Norris is now starting his second and final flying lap. Actually, it might not be. He's got 3 minutes left. He does have enough time, I think, to do a hot lap, slow lap, hot lap. So we'll see. You're right, Dennis. Welcome. It's going to be a 17.056 for Lando. 2.5 tenths quicker than his first run. So like I said, he definitely made a mistake on his first lap. And he is now making his way down the back straight. Actually, there's 2 back straights technically, isn't there? Could you call one of them a front? Oh, I don't know, I'll give up. It's a straight line anyway. Not really improving, to be fair. Must have a bit of a, stinky exit out of turn 5. Making his way around now. I believe Sector 2 ends sort of around Leclerc where he is now. Oscar Piastri, by the way, 16.9 through the first sector. Albon also in the 16.9s. Ugh. Hang on, we have died. Please don't be dead. Please come back to life. No, not like this. Oh, okay, we're back. Lando Norris goes and does a 36.2 for the second sector, so it is improvement, and he'll probably find a diddy bit of time through Sector 3. He doesn't really need to, though. As long as he matches his best sector, he should be getting through, and he's actually going quicker than his previous third sector. Comes around the final corner, and Lando goes fastest. Is actually slower than his previous lap, but that should be more than enough. A 23.1, looking good. Yuki Tsunoda now starting a lap, and yeah, he's starting a lap. Oscar, ugh. All right, Super Oscar, I guess. EA, they weren't expecting that. Oof. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Let's carry on. Carlos Sainz goes into the top 3. Yeah, all right, good. That should be Carlos Sainz through. Fernando Alonso beginning. Bro, what? Lando's lap must have been awful. What's going on? Antonelli goes into the top 2. Franco Colapinto beginning a flying lap. George Russell finishing his flying lap. He is going to be down on his team. No, he's down on his teammate Antonelli crossing the line and didn't improve. I'm so confused. Max Verstappen goes second fastest with a purple sector 2. Charles Leclerc now. Does he get out of Q1? Does. Goes P4. Good lap. Lewis Hamilton is now starting a lap. He needs to improve, I reckon. Only by a couple of attempts and he'll be fine. Alright, Ghost. Let's work on how you introduce someone, Usually you go with like a hello, how are you? Not just say Down syndrome. That's not very nice, is it? Anyway, Liam Lawson goes into the top 9. That should see him through. Looking good. Who else have we got? Is that Gasly on a flying lap? It is. Where's Gasly going to go? Does he make it out of Q1? I don't think he does, because there's 4 drivers behind him who are... Actually, no. 5 drivers behind him, all needing to finish a lap. Lance Stroll goes P10. That should see him through. Maybe? Maybe not, actually. I don't know. Fernando Alonso goes P4. Yuck. That should see him through. Isaac Hadjar comes into the pits, and he's only P12. Might be at risk, but he might just get through. Franco Colapinto stays 20th. I don't know how he's so slow all of a sudden. I don't get it. Alex Albon pits, which means it's up to the Saubers and Ocon to potentially knock out Albon or Tsunoda. Tsunoda is not improving. Esteban Ocon goes P12, knocks out Alex Albon. See ya. Alex is gone. Lewis Hamilton coming around the final corner. He's improving nicely. And... shut up, is Hamilton about to go out again? Oh, Lewis, why? Oh, Lewis Hamilton, what have you done, lad? Lewis Hamilton, for the 3rd time in a row, is out of qualifying. I predicted him to get into Q3, and he's gone. Oh, my, I tell you what, Liam, you have absolutely smashed that bottom 5, by the way. Ugh. The guy from Belgium, I remember now. Lando needs 3rd in the race. He does, but, I mean, half a second off his teammate is a bit shocking. I can't believe what's just happened, by the way. Hamilton, who I thought was going to be cooking, is gone. Colapinto somehow gets an extension on his contract, even though he's 4 tenths behind his teammate in 20th. He also had another lap time deleted, so he is useless. And the headlines, well, Oscar Piastri, 3 tenths quicker than anyone else at 22.6. Fernando Alonso in the top 4, Leclerc in the top 5. Antonelli third with Russell P8. Norris half a second back. And Hamilton out of Q1 again by 8 thousandths. Also, look how close it is. There is only, I'm forgetting Colapinto because he's useless, Gasly to Piastri is 8 tenths of a second. Hamilton is 16th, Leclerc is 5th. There is only 2 tenths between them. Hamilton needs to go back to Mercedes now. He needs to get out this bloody sport. He is pathetic. Team radio from Hamilton. Let's have a Bushers.
That's up P16, I'm afraid.
Yeah, every time, mate. I'm so sorry.
Don't even know what he said. Unlucky. Yeah, I mean, look at the gaps between the drivers. The biggest gap is actually between P1 and Again, I'm not including 20th because track limits. But the biggest gap on the entire grid right now is actually between first and second. And then Alonso is 2 tenths off Antonelli. Apart from that, every single margin is under like half a tenth, apart from maybe Russell. Ridiculous. But he's depressed. I'm not surprised. He's in a Ferrari. His teammate's in the top 5, and he's out in Q1 for the 3rd time in a row. What's the point of even turning up at that stage? Extremely. I do feel bad for him, like I do. But you know, leave Formula 1 before Formula 1 leaves you is what I'm gonna say. I really hope that, you know, there's just something going a bit dodgy with Lando Norris, because this is unprecedented. Fastest in practice 1, fastest in practice 2, 4 thousandths off fastest in practice 3, and yet in Q1 he finds himself half a second off his teammate and P6 behind Alonso, Leclerc and Antonelli. Behind his 2 main rivals and also, you know, 3 others. And if we compare the sectors, Lando 17.056, Oscar 16.963. So Oscar found just under a tenth, 900ths in Sector 1. Sector 2, Lando 36.2, Oscar 36 dead. So 2 tenths, making it now 3 tenths in total. And then Sector 3, 29.8 to a 29.6. So another 2 tenths. I miss the old Lewis. I don't think I've really cared about Lewis, you know, his performances that much to say I'd miss it, but I mean, to be fair, I did kind of predict this. Not like this level, but I did kind of predict that. Well, no, I predict is the wrong word, but I was basically saying, you know, back in like March, that if Lewis is shit, that's going to tarnish his legacy forever. If he is this bad next year as well, people are going to think that his 7 titles were just a fluke. They already are, to be fair. They're already saying, obviously, you know, it's people that don't really know much about the sport, but they're literally saying, oh, Hamilton, you know, he must not be very good, and that, you know, he just had the best car. Which is true, he only had the best car, but you can only win with the best car, but that's not the point. Think of Checo Perez, you know? That's the best example I can give because he's my favourite driver. You know, 2020, probably 3rd, 4th best driver on the entire grid. People screaming at Red Bull to sign him. He gets signed to Red Bull. Now, he is seen as this washed, old, awful pay driver. You know, the same people that were screaming at Red Bull to sign him were now screaming at Red Bull to sack him. So that's just how it goes. You have 1 or 2 bad seasons. I mean, look at Lando Norris. He's winning the title. He's the favourite to win the title. People are saying he's shit. Like, come on, get a grip. And I'll be honest, if I hear one more person say that Verstappen is in this title fight and he's like, because he's outperforming the car is an absolute shitbox, I'm gonna lose it. I know it's a common phrase to say, like, oh, they're outperforming their machinery, but I don't think people realise that is quite literally not possible. You can't outperform a machine. It's a machine. That's kind of the point. That Red Bull is very clearly second fastest overall. During weekends like Monza and Baku, yeah, and even Texas, that Red Bull has been quicker. And, you know, some other tracks like Singapore, they've been, you know, maybe third fastest. But fact is, it's not like fifth or sixth fastest like people are trying to make you believe. Anyway! Hey, you're right, mate. Good old Lando Norris. And hello F1 World as well. Alright, Q2 is now underway. 14 minutes, so we're about 40 seconds in. Max Verstappen straight out on some used tyres. And, well, there are a couple things I want to take a look at this session. Number one is Lando actually just shit? Which is a very real possibility. Or has he just made two massive cock-ups on both of his runs? To be fair, in practice 3, he couldn't really do a clean lap. When he did, he almost went fastest. He was 4 thousandths off. But every single lap, whether it was turn 1, 5, or 6, he had a bit of oversteer. So, that's the first one. The second one, can Piastri keep up this level of pace, getting, like, you know, top 1, top 2? Number 3, can Behrman get back up there after saying how good his car was and being in the top 5 throughout practice? And also, I want to see if Stroll can get a Q3, because that would be quite fun. Piastri's doing good as well, but he's being used as a mascot. How do you mean? He's getting 100% out of his car while the McLarens are not. Yeah, no, that's exactly what Verstappen's doing. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's maximising the car to 100%, but he can't obviously go any quicker than that because the car won't let him. That's my point. You can't outperform it, but yes, he is at the absolute limit of the car. I think the McLaren drivers, they are at the limit of the car. It's just McLaren as a team keep fumbling it. I mean, I know it's if, buts, and whats, but you take Vegas, they don't get disqualified, Lando wins the title. They don't have mechanical failure at Zandvoort, Lando wins the title. So, like, way earlier as well. I mean, you take out Zandvoort, I mean, luck corrected, I guess is the term they use. You had Canada, Vegas, and Zandvoort. Lando would have won the title back in, like, before Vegas. But I know I sound like a biased Lando fan here. I'm actually not. I'm actually more of a Verstappen fan than a Lando fan. But I'm just saying, I'm just trying to be a bit, like, real. Like, all these people saying that the Red Bull isn't a good car. Yes, it's the second best. It's not any worse than that. It's not any better than that. It is second best, just behind McLaren. That's what it is. I bet if everybody had the same car, Verstappen would be really up there. I agree, yeah. Honestly, I know this might be a hot take. I think it would be Verstappen, Leclerc, Russell, Norris, and Alonso as a top 5. I feel like those 5 would be, like, quite close, and then everyone else kind of just sort of there, and then maybe, like, Stroll, Colapinto, and Ocon kind of just, like, down the bottom end. I do think overall, though, we've got a very, very, very strong grid. Next year as well. I mean, next year, the weakest driver is Colapinto. And obviously Stroll. But I mean, hey, Adrian knew he's had a whole year to develop that next year's Aston. It might be quite good and Stroll will be up there. Who knows? I mean, look at 23. He was obviously behind Alonso, but he was getting... Actually, Stroll didn't get a single podium last year, or 2023, did he? And Alonso got, what, 9 or something? Or 12? Ugh. Verstappen, by the way, setting the pace early on. I've not been paying attention. I really should have. My apologies. That's a 22.9 overall. And no one else really doing a lap. Never mind. Carlos Sainz. Actually, no, there is actually quite a lot. Never mind. We've got Carlos Sainz, we've got Ollie Behrman, Liam Lawson, and Esteban Ocon. Yeah, I definitely think that Verstappen, I know Norris is a hot take, but given the previous years, I think he is up there. Verstappen, Norris, Russell, Leclerc, and Alonso are like the elite. Like the elite. And then probably everyone else in like right behind. And like if they had identical cars, I reckon the gap's like milliseconds to like the entire grid. I think it's a really strong grid. So Esteban Ocon crosses the line. Only 2 and a bit tenths off Verstappen at 23.2. That tells me there is a stupid amount of pace left to go and get in these McLarens and Mercedes. And even Tsunoda, because that's ridiculous. Ollie Behrman, though, 3 tenths back, although he is on used tyres, to be fair, but still. Liam Lawson then goes behind Ollie Behrman by a tenth. Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris getting ready to start some hot laps. Carlos Sainz is on a hot lap, and he is actually not doing too bad. 2 tenths off Verstappen. I really should have paid attention to the Q1 times. I don't remember what the fastest Q1 time was. Was it a 20? It was a 22.6, no, by Oscar. So Max 3 tenths off that. That's basically the same as his Q1 lap. Alright, Omar. Let's see how these McLarens get on then. Oscar does a 17 dead, which is slower than his Q1 lap. George Russell goes 2 tenths quicker than Verstappen and takes P1. That's very good. That's only a tenth off Oscar's Q1 time. Good. Well done, Mr. What's his name? Russell, that's his name. Lando going to be up on Oscar on this lap. Leclerc goes into the top 6. Really not good. Half a second off the pace. Although we know how bad that Ferrari is now. Blimey. Fernando Alonso then goes into the top 3. And Lance Stroll top 4. Ugh. I'll tell you what, those Astons have got pace. They did in Las Vegas as well, didn't they? Sector 2 coming through, and Lando has abandoned. Oh, no, he hasn't. It's because he hasn't finished yet. 36.2 for Oscar, 36 dead for Lando Norris as Bortoleto goes into the top 4 with a 23.1. Good stuff. Lando might get... Oh, of course he's going to get to Q3, but I don't think... Unless he's, you know, he has a mistakeless lap, I don't think he gets to, like, sort of the top 3. As Piastri goes into P3, a tenth off the pace to George Russell, which is about, well, way off his Q1 time. Norris then goes into P2 with a 22.8. That's his best lap of the session. And Oscar is 4 tenths off his best lap. So, to be fair, both of the McLarens are on used tyres. So, the fact that Lando has set his best time on used tyres sort of tells you that his good lap on his Q1 on new tyres wasn't a very accurate representation. Obviously, I'm not watching the actual broadcast. If some of you are, he might have been making mistakes, and I don't know. I'm just looking at this thing. This doesn't tell you anything. This just tells you sector times. So, hot take, but Tsunoda is really good as well. I'd love to see a Champions League where all world champions go at it. I bet you Verstappen would still be on top and Vettel right after. I don't think saying Tsunoda's really good is a hot take. I think that's just a normal take. I also think that. I mean, we've literally seen it. Last 3 weekends, maybe not right now in this qualifying, but kind of in practice, Tsunoda has been, like, within 2 tenths of Verstappen, which, to be fair, when you look at the current grid and there's 8 tenths between the entire top 15, 2 tenths is a lot. However, when you compare it to Tsunoda of, like, 5-10 races ago, you compare it to Liam Lawson, you compare it to even Checo, and even before that, that's the closest that anyone's ever really been to Verstappen, which I think, if anything, just shows that that second Red Bull is always a step or an upgrade behind Verstappen's car. And I've seen people start some conspiracies as well with Arvid Lindblad, because in FP1, he was in Tsunoda's car, and he was, like, 15th, and then I think it was in Spain, he was in Verstappen's car, and he was, like, 5th. So they're starting a conspiracy saying, yeah, Verstappen's car is different. I mean, to be fair, you can't knock history. You look at history, Verstappen's never really had a competitive teammate that's anywhere near him. That's also a stupid argument. When the people say, like, Verstappen would have won the title ages ago in that McLaren, like, yeah, he would have, because he doesn't have a teammate that's taking points off him. I mean, imagine if Lando had a teammate that was consistently 3 tenths off him in every session. He would have won the title probably 5-6 races ago. But no, he's got a teammate that is literally equal, like pretty much as equal as you can get as a teammate. That's not taking away anything from Verstappen, though. You've still got to drive the car and win, which he does. But, like, just imagine if Verstappen had a teammate, even maybe like a Ricciardo or someone, who was also winning races. Verstappen wouldn't have nearly as many points. But there you go, that's just how that team works. Yuki doesn't want to lose his job. Well, unfortunately, he already has. So, no matter how well he drives, he could go and win this race, and it doesn't really matter. I'm glad he's still involved as a reserve for Red Bull, but I don't know, I guess that's how F1 is so brutal. To have Tsunoda off the grid, but Lawson and Colapinto are staying, is impressive. To be fair, I say that Lawson ain't been bad. It's just, I don't know. I feel like Tsunoda's way better than Lawson. He's got a higher ceiling. I predicted Hamilton out in Q1. You did indeed, Liam. That was world class. I thought you'd get into Q3. Is this Q1, 2, or 3? I didn't follow any of it today. Well, that's fine, mate. Welcome to Q2. And there is, by the way, the timer's wrong. Can you even see the time on shorts? No, you can't. Well, I should probably remind you a bit more often then, but there is 3 minutes and 46 seconds remaining. What was I was going to look at something, then I've lost my train of thought. I don't know. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this hat off because, well, I'll be honest, I've got a ginormous head, and even though this hat is at the height, like the biggest it can go, it's still way too big for me, or small for me. So, for the sake of my head, I'm going to take that off. Do I look like Donald Trump right now? Yes, I do. Nice. I do like my hair a lot messy, but then unfortunately it naturally just goes into this, like, comb-over position. All good, no one cares. It'd be peak if Seb and Max are in the same team. Maybe, but I don't really... Of course I rate Sebastian Vettel, but I don't rate him as highly as Hamilton, Verstappen, Alonso, or even, like, Kimi Raikkonen. He's up there. Easily in the top 10 of all time, but... Well, I don't know, because obviously I only started watching F1 in 2021. And 2021, Vettel was quite good, but 22 was awful. Of course, I've seen pretty much every race ever since then. But I feel like watching stuff live gives you a better impression of how good a driver really is. Still looks great. Well, there you go then. Of course, you get the natural comb over. Like, how does that even work? Anyways, let's focus on the quaddie. We have 2 minutes left, and, you know, controversially... Actually, no, it's not controversial at all. I was going to say the McLarens aren't coming out, but they literally are. They're there. On brand new tyres, by the way. Everyone taking new tyres, except George Russell, who is currently fastest. And I predict that he's safe. In fact, I think they're all safe. I think... Actually, I don't know, though, because, look, there is only 2 tenths between Norris and Piastri in 4th, and Leclerc in 10th. 2 tenths. That's it. So they probably do... I mean, to be fair... Oscar's probably got half a second in there easily. Probably so does Lando, so might as well. I didn't expect Albon and Hulkenberg out in Q1. Me neither. I thought Hulkenberg was going to finish ahead of Bortoletto and maybe get into Q3. And I kind of expected Albon. Albon has been so far off it since Monza. Monza he scored points, he got 9th. And since then, he's been knocked out in Q1 and hasn't scored points in, like, ages. And he has been so far behind Sainz. It's been quite impressive. It's funny, though, because I know everyone can improve, as Sainz is now setting the fastest Sector 1, but look at Sainz. Sainz is in the top 10 right now. Look at Leclerc, actually, better as Leclerc goes P4. Never mind. Ocon is currently in P10, into Q3 for 23.2. Albon did a 23.4. He's only 2 tenths off it. As Tsunoda goes into the top 6, that might not be enough, you know. That might not be enough. 3 tenths off Verstappen, who can still improve. Gabriel Bortoletto improving through Sector 2, comes round turn 16, and he's going to put it into the top 4. Ugh. That should be easily safely enough to get through. Fair play, as now the McLarens are starting their hot laps. Carlos Sainz only P9 for Sainz after setting the fastest Sector 1. That's not going to be enough unless some of the bottom 5 drop some stinkers. Liam Lawson goes P10. That's not going to be enough. Although Kimi Antonelli not improving and also not on a lap. Kimi Antonelli's done. Antonelli's out. As who just went? Someone just moved up. It was Hajar. Hajar goes P6. Esteban Ocon crossing the line goes P8, knocking out Carlos Sainz. I got that prediction right at least. Nice one. George Russell makes it across the line but doesn't improve, stays P1. Lance Stroll improving, not on a bad lap at all. Actually only a little bit down on his teammate, but has a... Stroll! What an awful Sector 3, goes and stays P14. Meanwhile, his teammate dunks 2 tenths on his head and goes P4. Can Ollie Behrman get out of Q2? He doesn't! Ollie Behrman is gone! And by 19 milliseconds, 18 milliseconds, I can't do basic maths, Ocon out-qualifies Behrman. Behrman, after saying how good his car feels, is gone. Sayonara. What about the McLarens, though? Oscar, not improving. Lando, not improving. They've both abandoned their laps. I guess that's just because they know they're through. Might as well save the tyres. Max needs to win with Lando finishing no higher than 4th. Yes, that's correct. Hajar has immense potential. It's extremely clear. All the rookies do, to be fair. I mean, I'm not counting Lawson. He's not a rookie. He's already done like 5 races. But Hajar, look at Bortoletto. He's P5 in a slower car than Hajar. Hajar P7. Behrman a bit of a stinker, but overall really good. And Antonelli a massive stinker. But still, overall, all rookies have been ridiculously good. Behrman said, "I'm glad with the car," and then and then gets knocked out in Q3. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Or Q2, rather. But that's the end of that. Hang on, Kimi Antonelli Team Radio. What's he saying?
Man, I don't understand. I've no rear again.
No rear for Antonelli. Relatable. Ollie and Isaac are the most consistent. I agree, but you've also got to look at the cars they've got. I mean, Bortoletto, I'm pretty sure, has matched or drawn with Hulkenberg in quali head-to-heads now. Ocon's been beaten by Behrman. Russell's thrashed Antonelli, which of course you expect. But yeah, all of them have been fantastic. I think, obviously, ideally, you want to see Behrman in a Ferrari that works properly, Antonelli in the Mercedes, and Hajar in the Red Bull, and then, I don't know, Bortoletto, if Audi are good, can be up there, and then you'll have all rookies in top teams. That could be quite good. But that's going to be the end of Q2. And, well, let me say, all of my predictions have gone completely to pot, and they're all useless. Q1, I predicted Colapinto, which was correct. Bortoletto, obviously, nowhere near. Don't know what I was thinking. Ocon, easy into Q3. Stroll, that was wrong. Where's Stroll? I was there. And then Liam Lawson, who is also... So, in Q1, I only got 1 correct, which was Colapinto, which I feel like is an obvious pick. You know? And then Q2, I said Hulkenberg, who went out in Q1, Gasly, who went out in Q1, Hajar is into Q3, Albon, who went out in Q1, and Sainz was... So in Q1, I got 1 out of 5. Q2, I got 1 out of 5. I am useless. Never listen to anything I say ever again. Antonelli is your favourite. That's a pretty good choice, to be fair. Also, shout out Yuki for making it by 7 thousandths, but he does make it. Look at the margins between, like, the entire top 15. 22 milliseconds, 52, 57, 13, 74, 49, 24, 2, 11, 7, 1. If Sainz finds Sainz finds 18 milliseconds, he's through. Behrman finds 7 milliseconds, he's through. Ridiculous stuff. And yeah, you are. I think, to be fair, I did say that. I think Tsunoda's running a lot less wing. His Sector 3 and 1, or Sector 1 ain't bad, but Sector 3 is always way off it. As you can see, done a 30.2. Only, Sainz and Stroll are in the 30s. Everyone else in 29s. But you look at Tsunoda's Sector 2, it's actually way up. Well, it's not even that much up, to be fair. I mean, look, Verstappen was a 10th down. Yeah, I don't know. He's definitely running less wing, but... If Tsunoda can find some time in Sector 3, he's looking quite good. Hajar Team Radio.
Good luck, congrats. That's all I have.
Oh, that was the right time to put it together. Thank you. You are safe.
Yes.
Negative.
Yes.
He's happy about that. Fair play, Isaac. Well done, mate. That's good stuff. I like that from Isaac, you know, top 7. Bortoletto, though, that's the... I think him and Alonso are the highlights. 4th and 5th. And I think what's exciting about this Q3 is that we don't really know the true pace of anyone. Russell done his lap on used tyres. By the way, I think it's quite, you know, Q1 has the fastest lap of this whole session so far. Q1, I believe Oscar done a 22.6. So, like, there is still so much time. No one's done their peak lap yet. Russell, Verstappen, Norris, and Piastri were all on used tyres. So we don't know anyone's true pace. Gabby and his manager. Oh, yeah, of course. I completely forgot about that. Of course, Fernando Alonso's Gabriel's manager. That's good stuff. I bet Alonso's happy about that one. And there's the overlay change, indicating the start of Q3 is imminent. I love how after every single session, there's always a thing that says, you know, incident involving whoever, this time it's Piastri, Norris, and Antonelli, will be investigated after the session, failing to follow race director's instructions, maximum delta time. I don't think they've ever done anything about that. So what's the point of even showing it? Fastest sectors, by the way, it's actually quite interesting. Sainz had the fastest sector 1, even though he got knocked out. Yuki Tsunoda had the fastest sector 2, even though he's 10th. And Oscar Piastri had the fastest sector 3, despite being on used tyres and P8. Charles Leclerc Team Radio.
Yeah, yes, sir.
That is a surprise. My lap, I don't know if you've seen it, I nearly aborted it like 5 times.
Ugh.
I was doing rally.
So that could mean 2 things. That could either mean, you know, that car is just really hard to drive. Well, we already know it is, but that means he won't be able to go quicker. Or he's got a lot more pace in the locker. If he does, I'm quite excited for that. He was doing, I think he done like a 22.9 or something in Q2. Which, you know, that ain't that... Excuse me, that ain't that bad. Do a Q3 prediction. I did, to be fair, before the session started. As Q3 is about to start, looking at it in hindsight, I mean, I could be wrong. Like I said, we don't actually know the top contenders' true pace. We don't know Russell, Verstappen, Norris, or Piastri's true pace yet. But I went for Norris, Verstappen, Russell, Piastri, Tsunoda, Behrman, Antonelli, Leclerc, Alonso, Hamilton. Obviously, Hamilton, Antonelli, and Behrman can't happen anymore. So that's not good. Yeah, it's always the same, you know. When I watch practice and I make predictions roughly based off that, and then quali starts and I couldn't be more wrong. Leclerc 8th is like the only, like, you know, one that's doable. And obviously like Verstappen 2nd, and like, that's it. Alright, welcome to Q3, everyone. We've immediately got Tsunoda out on used tyres, Verstappen on the new tyres, Bortoletto used tyres. Who else have we got? We've got Ocon, used tyres, good stuff. And I'm locked in. Alright, Dem. 11 minutes remain. Just a quick reminder as well, when quali is finished, I'm going to be going on F1 25 and doing a 100% race of Abu Dhabi, because I feel like it, pretty much. Go. Ugh. Alright, Norris on used tyres. Actually, that is used. Okay, that's the tyres you aborted on. I imagine Oscar's the same. Yeah, okay, so Max and Charlie and Russell, new tyres. Everyone else used tyres. Keep that in mind. And here we go. Yuki Tsunoda starts us off for Q numero 3. And through the first sector, he is going to put in a 17.5. That's really bad even for used tyres. Fair enough. Max Verstappen goes through on new tyres, by the way. We'll keep that in mind. And puts in a 16.8. Ugh. That is diabolical from Max. Yay! It is impossible for Lando to bottle. It seems like Norris has it in the bag. I don't really know, to be honest. He doesn't look that great in qualifying. I mean, Oscar looks better of the two right now. I'm hoping that changes by the end of qualifying, but right now he looks 4th quickest behind Russell, Piastri and Verstappen, but we'll see. Maybe with some new tyres, you know, on the line with a clean lap, maybe he's up there. As Lando puts in a 17.001, that's his second best Sector 1 time of the day. Still behind Oscar's best time as well. So Yuki Tsunoda's actually abandoned his lap as Max Verstappen now rounds the final sector. Purple, purple. Can he make it purple, purple, purple? You'd imagine so since he's the only driver to do a lap. That's usually how that works. And he... Oh my goodness. 22.3. Half a second up on any other lap we've had so far. No, it isn't. It's 0.3 up. It's still a large margin. Bortoletto, 1 second off. Used tyres, by the way. Ocon, 0.3 off Bortoletto, also on used tyres. Isaac Hadjar, used tyres. Shock goes into P3 in between Bortoletto and Ocon. Next up is Lando Norris. Used tyres. Keep that in mind. Goes half a second off Max at 22.7. That's his best lap of the day. And it's still slower than Oscar's Q1 lap, which is quite impressive. Fernando Alonso, used tyres. Coming through, goes P4, 0.06 off Bortoletto. Leclerc, new tyres. One of the rare ones goes into P3, only 0.04 off Norris. That is fast. Well done, Leclerc. And finally, Oscar Piastri on the used tyres is going to go probably ahead of Lando. And he does by 1/10.5. And still 0.3 off Max, though. Lando, like I said, looking really shit. I'd start saying about the championship when it's during the race. I agree. And George Russell, by the way. Okay, he must have made a mistake somewhere, because there's no way he's half a second off on new tyres. He's 0.2 in Sector 1, 0.2 in Sector 2, 0.1 in Sector 3. Or maybe he actually is just that slow. I don't know. I tell you what, though, obviously, when you don't watch the live broadcast, like I'm not, quality becomes so much more of a mystery, because, like, what do you mean? Lando is behind Oscar, and, like, really shit. And Oscar has only just matched his Q1 time. I'm so confused. I don't get it. Now, obviously, as we know, Lando can finish behind Oscar and Max. That doesn't really matter. He just needs to finish third. But he was the pace setter the entire way through the weekend. You know, I'm pretty sure he was fastest in P1 and P2. In practice, not in position. And then practice 3, he was 0.004 off the fastest. So how come he then goes into quali and he is way off it? Like, way off it. But we have 6 minutes remaining. Russell, large oversteer. Okay, yeah, that's the kind of information that I'm missing. I can't see that. I just see sectors. But that's good info. I like it. I feel like in a title decider, you kind of want to prove your point that, like, you deserve it by being the best driver there. And when you're currently being outpaced by your teammate at your teammate's weaker track, it's not a good look. Let's hope he pulls it together in, you know, the final lap and does a Verstappen Monaco 2020, was it 23? Yeah, no, I don't know. I think that Max Verstappen's lap will be beaten. I don't think that's... No, I mean, I don't either. I mean, Oscar and Lando both done their laps on used tyres. So, but I think Verstappen can improve as well. So, we might actually... No, probably not. I was going to say we might get to the 21s. Maybe if you do a perfect lap. But I think it will get beaten. But I think it will get beaten by Verstappen. So there you go. Lando might be thinking about the championship a little too hard, or he's thinking about Kamikaze Max or Oscar. No, I think he's just slow. I mean, obviously, how he portrays himself isn't, it might not be his true self, but he does seem extremely relaxed overall. But, I mean, why would there be pressure in qualifying? Don't really mean anything. Although, to be fair, the last 10 Grand Prix here has been won from pole. So, that's obviously not concrete. I mean, you think 2021, Max was on pole, only led from the first couple corners, and then the last corner, or the last lap. So the first and last lap, and that was it. But technically, yeah, he did still win from pole. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't expect it, that's all. I'm confident that Max will get pole position today, but a different lap. I think I completely agree with that. I think he'll go out on new tyres and then probably find a little bit more in Sector 3, maybe? It's just in Sector 1, he's the only driver to get into the 16.8s. Sector 2, he's the only driver to do a 35.7 in the whole session. And then Sector 3, he's bang on, 29.6. Tsunoda knows what to do. He's got to get close enough first. He hasn't actually done a lap yet. He aborted his first run, and now he's just sat in the garage. He's got one chance. 2021 was an FIA clown show. Yeah, people seem to forget about turn 6 when Hamilton just, sent Verstappen miles off the circuit. But yeah, that was a mess. Although I'm still happy with the way it turned out. I wanted nothing more than Max to win, so I don't really mind. If Lando's leading, someone do a Latifi. No way, surely not. Leclerc the GOAT, please read this. Well, Leclerc's in another continent right now, so I doubt he'll be able to read it. But, I don't know, GOAT seems a bit too far, to be honest. I don't think... I mean, he's only, 4th on this current grid, so I don't know about GOAT, but he's a fantastic driver anyway. Oh, I can agree he's very hot. Yeah, no, I can back that statement. He's the GOAT of that department, absolutely. Alright, we have 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. Lando leaving it very, very late. Might end up running into traffic just like in Qatar, but we'll see. It's going to be Yuki Tsunoda, the first one to get his final lap underway. And then it's going to be Esteban Ocon, Bortoleto, and then Russell is not going to get out in time, I don't think. He's going to have to push really hard to get to the line in time. It'll be fine, I think. And Tsunoda gets us underway for the final lap of Q3. Lock it in. This is going to be quite exciting, actually, because we have Piastri, then Norris, then Verstappen on the final runs. And then, obviously, Russell at the very end. Don't count out George Russell. Hamilton got rid cutting the tyre corner to overtake Perez, and what happened afterwards proved the FIA's incompetence, and they're still like it to this day. Yuki Tsunoda, 16.9 in Sector 1, not bad. Ocon, 17 dead, not bad. Gabriel Bortoleto, 17... Honestly, they can all do a 17 dead. It's obviously the top ones you want to see do a 16.8 is obviously going to be the benchmark set by Max Verstappen. Alonso does a 16.9. Hajar does a 17 dead, so they're literally all identical. But now the front runners begin their laps. Oscar Piastri gets us underway as qualifying has 40 seconds left. This is it. Arguably the most important laps for everyone. Especially the top three, and it's died. No, not like this. Oh my, the website's died at the end. No. Oh, you can't do this. It's rude. Oh, no, we're back. Okay, right. Oscar Piastri, Sector 1, 16.9. Lando up on Oscar, 16.9. Max Verstappen improving, 16.8. Ugh! That is diabolical from Max. Yuki Tsunoda goes P7. And that's his season of qualifying done. And he's had his lap time deleted. Never mind, he's done. Max Verstappen is absolutely cooking on this lap. George Russell, 16.9. They're all up there. Leclerc, 16.9. Piastri through Sector 2, a 35.9. That's his best sector of the day. Lando Norris, 35.8. That is his best sector of the day. Max Verstappen, done a 35.8, and he's improving. 35.7. Leclerc goes third. Oof. What have the McLarens got? Come on then. Oscar Piastri setting a couple purple mini sectors, and Oscar stays second fastest. Can Lando Norris nick a front row of his teammate? He comes around turn 16 and he does by 30 milliseconds. Lando takes P2. Max Verstappen on for one of the best. Oh, he's absolutely cocked up sector 1 or 3 rather. He doesn't need to. Max Verstappen goes even quicker. And Russell goes 4th. Okay, he's miles off it. Ugh! That's what he does. Look at you go. You're a star. Earth. 22-2 goes it. To be fair, absolutely smashed it. But you predicted that Verstappen would go even quicker and he would beat his own lap. By the way, Max's first run was good enough for pole. Wow. That is incredible stuff. That was a fantastic end to quali. Having Piastri go first, Lando second, and Verstappen third built up some great intensity. Because you saw Piastri improving, and then you just see these purple mini sectors by Verstappen. Verstappen, it's like I've been saying, like, he is top 3 greatest of all time. Top 5 at least. You don't just do that. Obviously, I back Lando for the title. But you can't deny that Max, he is the only driver on this grid, maybe of all time, apart from Hamilton in his prime and maybe like Vettel and a couple others, obviously the big ones, that when it really matters, puts that lap together. He managed to improve on like I said, his first lap was good enough for pole, and he's gone, yeah, what? I'll just go even quicker, mate. And he does. Earth! I'm so impressed with that. I mean, like I said, I want Lando to win the title, but, I mean, what a fucking driver Max is. Jeez Louise. We also have a team radio from Max. Hopefully a bit of celebration. Come on, let's have some emotion, some passion. Come on.
That's 2 pole position laps, Max. So let's start.
Let's go, guys. That was insane. Yes. Lovely.
There you go. That's what you want. Usually, Max is like, yeah, well done, guys, and that's it. But, you know, there's a bit of that. What about Oscar Piastri?
Oscar, that's P3. P3. That sets you up nicely for tomorrow.
Yeah, nicely done. Wasn't much left in that one, so thanks.
Do you know what I will say, actually?
It was pretty good.
This might be a controversial take because he's behind his teammate in third. But shout out Oscar Piastri. He has been useless on low grip tracks. Mexico, Brazil, Texas, Singapore, Baku. He was nowhere Lando. Not even in the same hemisphere as Lando Norris. He comes to this track and I said, and Max Verstappen said, that Lando is probably the best Abu Dhabi driver on the grid. And not only is he within 30 milliseconds, but he beat Lando in Sector 3, which is Lando's strongest sector. That is very impressive, and obviously, like his engineer said, that sets him up lovely for the Grand Prix. Encouraging stuff for Lando fans, by the way, like myself. Although, to be fair, like I said, I support literally everyone. I don't really support a driver. I just sort of wish them good luck, and if they do well, then fair play. But I would like Lando to win the title, so anyway, like I was saying, Russell seems really far off the pace and he's their closest challenger. So Lando can lose out to Oscar at the start, and I reckon Lando will just have much better race pace than George and just stay third. So it's looking good, obviously, if you want Lando to win. It's also looking good if you want Max to win. Actually, to be fair, I know this sounds crazy. It looks good if you want anyone to win, because Max is first, obviously. Lando has a stinky start and drops to 4th and stays 4th. Max wins the title. If you want Lando to win, he's starting 2nd, ahead of his teammate. They might even use Piastri to keep Norris ahead. I hope they don't do that, but they might do that. It's McLaren we're talking about. And he can afford to lose a place and still win, and his pace looks good. And Oscar, I don't think anyone, especially me, thought he would be anywhere near Lando. I thought he'd be like P5 or P6. But no, he is right next to his teammate. So, yeah, fair play all of them. That is very impressive stuff. The quali session was so good. Ugh, it was fantastic. Lewis out Q1 again. Are you actually kidding me? Yep. He should just pack it in, to be honest. Piastri needs to take Norris out. Yeah, but then neither of them win the title, so that would be a bit pointless. You'd rather one of them win it. Oscar's been consistently shit at low grip tracks, and yet he goes to here, which I'm pretty sure is a low grip track, and is right next to his teammate. So, honestly, Oscar, fair play. Max Verstappen, though, easily driver of the session. I think that's fucking obvious. He's 2 attempts clear of everyone. Also, there's one thing I want to quickly check. On this monitor. Hang on, wait. I want to look at last year's qualifying, because obviously the cars this year are quicker than last year. And McLaren is quicker than last year. Lando done a 22.6. Okay, so a 22.6 was pole. Max did a... So with, what? 4 tenths up on last year's pole. Lando was actually 2 tenths quicker than last year. Oscar might have been the biggest improver. He improved by 4 tenths from last year. So if you look at it like that, Oscar's done especially well for himself. Although saying that, in Abu Dhabi... Wait, how did... What? I mean, I know I said, like... You know, I don't know if my memory is just really shit, but... I don't really remember Abu Dhabi. All I remember from Abu Dhabi last year was Lando winning and Perez crashing at, like, turn 6 and then DNFing. But you're telling me that Lando done a 22.6, Piastri finished 2nd with a 22.8, Sainz a 22.8, Hulkenberg a 22.8, and Verstappen a 22.9. And Gasly was 6th with a 22.9. So, I don't remember Hulkenberg getting 4th, fair play. But yeah, I just wanted to look at last year. So, Oscar improved by 4 tenths, Lando at, 2 tenths. Max, my goodness, Max improved by 7 tenths from last year. That is the lap of the gods right there from Max Verstappen. Right, anyway, that is going to be all from me for qualifying. We're not done yet with the stream, though, because we're going to be doing a full race on F1 25 of Abu Dhabi, because I said so, and also the stream ain't really that long. I'd rather Stab had some stream length. So let's get into that. I do need to quickly have a quick urination, and then we'll go from there. But what a qualifying session. I mean, I think the exciting part about that quali session was the fact that we didn't know the front runners' true pace, because all of them did their Q2 laps on used tyres. But my goodness, Max Verstappen, honestly, I don't think I'm beating that in the game. Usually I can beat their pole laps in the game. I don't think I'm beating that. I'd be surprised if I get into 22s. That is incredible from Max. Fair play. So obviously tomorrow's the Grand Prix at 1 PM. I will be doing a watch-along of that. And, yeah, that should be quite exciting. Bring it on. Final race of the season. Right. You know, I just realised I don't have a Be Right Back camera, like, slide. Okay, let me just go on this thing quick so I can, set everything up for the, what am I doing? Yeah, F1 25, that's it. But yeah, great session. A quick urination, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna go on, I need a wee, guys, hang on. No. I must urinate because I've drank a... Actually, how much water have I drank today? 6 litres! It's not that much. I do believe in the myth that if you drink a lot, it stops you feeling hungry. And obviously, because I'm a fat bastard, I'm trying to eat less, and so I drink a lot of water. That's why I need to, you know, go to the toilet every, like, 14 seconds. Anyway. Yeah, and we are... Great minds... Actually, I was going to say great minds think alike, but it's not really great minds because we both got the prediction wrong. But, you know, there you go.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
A quick urination. Who is Yuri and what nation does he... Nice. I like that. Is that even a word? Obviously urinate's a word, but is urination a word? I don't know. I don't really care either, to be honest. There you go. Right. I'm going to go do that right now, and then we'll lock it in. And, well, probably going to take, what, just over an hour, I reckon? Because I'm gonna start from last, and I'll be driving as Lando Norris, because he won last year. So, we'll see how that goes. That's the thing I didn't really consider. I gotta go and change all my titles and thumbnails real quick. Hang on a minute. Oh, I've got that thing where I can't tab out of the game. Let me leave! Let me leave! Do you know what it is? It's like my keyboard like doesn't function for a time. What if I click every button? Yay! Didn't quality just end? It did indeed, mate. You have unfortunately just missed it by... Well, actually, I say you just missed it. The start was an hour and 12 minutes ago, but yeah. What do you mean by hope you remember me? You're one of, like, the only, like, consistent people that pop in this chat. I'll never forget you. That sounds really emotional. I can't... Right, I'm facing a bit of it. Hey, hang on. What's, like, a keyboard command I can use to, like, get out of the game? I'm currently stuck in the game. Like, I can't exit the game to, like, change the thing. Help! I can't... Oh, no. Keyboard preset. Why doesn't it work? Ow. What about me? Yeah, I remember you. I remember all of you. Right, I can't exit the game. Help! I don't know what to do. I can't exit. I can't, like, oh, why like this? Right, oh, I did it! No, I didn't do it! Oh, I did do it. Okay, there we go. Buff. Okay, it finally worked. Cheers. No, it's like, because my game's full screen, it, like, doesn't let me unfull screen and, like, alt-tab out. But we're good now, we're good. Right, let me lower my desktop audio so I'm not blaring on, you know, ears with a V6 engine. And And then buff. There we go. That's that sorted. Right. Are we good? Are we here? I think we're here. What? Just... Oh, my game just crashed. Oh, that's cool, I guess. Cheers, everyone. That's just what you want, really, isn't it? That's just great. Why has that happened, though? Like, that's the question, isn't it? Ugh. New hairstyle? No, that's just what my hair does. I like it messy. But unfortunately, it just consistently has, like, a natural comb-over that I just don't like. Right, let me, do I have... Oh, this is so, like, long. Right, now it's actually letting me, like, play with my keyboard. I should be able to just do this. There we go. Okay. Right, time to go and change all my titles and everything. So, I want to... Oh, hang on, nearly there. Edit the title. And I'm going to change it to F125 100% Abu Dhabi Grand Prix to predict World Championship. Boom! There it is. And then I'm going to change the thumbnail. Ah. Oh, it's in there. Buff. We're nearly there now. How do I have so many subs even though I deserve more? Well, I don't mind revealing my secrets, because to be honest, they're not really secrets, it's just I got lucky. Start of 2024, so over basically 2 years ago, I went F1 only, and from January 2024 until August 2025, so a year and 8 months, I gained, what, 50 subscribers, I think, and this is daily videos, daily, everything. Daily videos, daily weekly streams, shorts, the whole thing. And then, this September, I decided, right, I am going to, I'm gonna stream on Shorts, and I'll kid you not, I went on YouTube Shorts, and I put hashtag Shorts in the description. And then, for some reason, I went from getting 200-300 views a stream to 30,000, which was a bit ridiculous. Right, there we go. I've done that. I think that's... Yeah, I've changed the thumbnails and titles, I think. So if I do this, and then this... Wait, no, I didn't change the other one. Right, I think I fixed it and I've done it all. Are we good? I think we're good. Welcome. Yeah, it was a bit mad, really. I went from one... Because I remember 2023... Or no, I think... Yeah, no, it was 2024. 2024 December, so exactly a year ago, I said, right, I'm going to challenge myself to get to 1,500 subscribers by the end of the year. At that point, I was on 1,465 or so, and then August this year, so even, start of 2025, I wanted to hit 1,500. By August 2025, so 8 months later, I was at 1,490. I started putting hashtag Shorts, that's literally it, that's all I've done. I was already doing short streaming, but then I just added that hashtag, and, well, as you can see, I'm now nearly at 3k, and I want to hit 3k by the end of the year. Ridiculous stuff. Anyway, enough waffling, let's get into this thing. You've told this story before? Yeah, it is a story, but it's more so just saying, like, it's just how dumb YouTube works, is that you can grind, like I did, every single day. We're talking 6-7 hours a day of just making shorts, making videos, working the same amount of time as a normal job. And I've just realized I've gone in time trial. And basically, not really getting anything. My views didn't go up, my subscribers didn't go up, literally nothing. It went down, if anything. I put a hashtag in my description, and now, well, put it this way, I've gained more watch hours, subscribers, and views in the last 2 months than the last 3 years. It's so stupid. Anyway, let's get into the action. Now, I know it's going to make some of you sick, but I am going to be using the racing line. That's because I haven't learned this track yet. However, Austria, Monza, and Qatar, I do now know. Off stream last night, I went to Qatar, and I learned the track. I'm about within half a second of myself, so not too bad. I watched the entire quali, and Max didn't have to do that last lap. He didn't know. He literally could have just buggered off after the first one, and he would have been chilling. Oh yeah, I remember that. I was doing a thumbnail. Right. F1. Abu Dhabi. Lando Norris, because he won last year. That's literally the only reason. I'm going to do the difficulty quite low, I think, because I'm doing last to first. I want to actually be able to get near the front. But I might do a quick practice quali as well. And yeah, I am making it clear dry because I can't drive in the wet. Thank you very much. Oh, that was a good catch from me. Look at that. Sorry for the waffle there. I didn't really want to say that much, but there you go. That's me all over. I talk too much. Boof.
In Abu Dhabi.
I'm doing the same as you now. Nice one. Welcome. Alright. I mean, it would be pretty pointless to drive as, like, someone that isn't a title contender. Although maybe, actually, that could be a thing, because obviously that would be up to the AI to decide. But I think having Lando Norris is quite good. Alright. Abu Dhabi. Fuel down. I think I want downforce down as well. We'll do 2020. Bad year, that. Am I going to be streaming after the season ends? I'll probably be streaming more than I already am when the season ends. I mean, when the season ends, there's no F1 to watch, so I imagine quite a few people will start watching more of the F1 game, which is good for me. And also, because there ain't any F1 for me to watch, then yeah, of course, I'll probably, like I said, I'll probably be doing more. I wanted to stream every day of December, but obviously yesterday I didn't quite work. But all good. Can someone just let me know if we can see and hear everything? If that's available. Like, can you see the game? Can you see me? Let me quickly actually take off that Lamborghini thing. Because we're not doing that right now. Where is it? Oh, there. I mean, it looks alright. So let's go. Everything is clear, Captain Crim. Nice one. Less crim would be criminal. That's what I'm saying. I love that, you know. I'm also thinking of rebranding next year. And I don't mean, like, a new name. I literally mean a different profile picture. I was thinking of making a bit more of a professional-looking thing. Rather, actually, you know what? Let's do something different. No gloves. Don't need them. Go away. I don't think I've ever driven without gloves on, apart from when I very first started. So this is going to be quite exciting. But I thought it's a brand new wheel. It's got the grip. You're not really meant to wear gloves with a brand new wheel. So let's see how we get on. This is my I've literally just loaded onto the game and I've gone straight into quali. This is my first lap. Although I will be starting last, I'm just doing this to see if the difficulty's alright. As in, like, obviously normally I just put on 110. But I want to be able to, like, start last and actually catch up. So, yeah. If I can be first by about, like, a 10th or 2, then that'll be fine. Obviously, for accuracy's sake, I should probably start second, but I feel like that would be quite boring. So, we'll do a last to first instead. I'm a professional criminal. I don't think I want to go around saying that. That'd probably be quite bad. But, you know, there you go. I don't think I like the no gloves, you know. I'm also driving like a real driver right now, as in like the grip, even though F125 has way more grip. Yeah, well, I've gone fastest, so that's a good sign. Am I Scottish? Oh, not this again. I was going to do 50% Monaco, but the king started streaming. Yep, I'm here. Well, I'm a 10th up on Oscar, and I know I can go quicker. I'm going to put my gloves back on, though, because even though it feels fine... Well, no. The wheel ain't going to, like, suffer, but it just feels wrong. I don't feel like I'm driving a racing car. I feel like I'm just driving a car. So... yeah. Put some new tyres on, and let's see if I can improve. But I think the difficulty is good on what it is, because I'm like... Actually, no, I might up it to 108 or 9. Hopefully, by the new year or a little bit after, I'll start using no racing line on, like, every circuit. That'd be a nice goal to strive for. Alright, let's see how we get on another little run. See if we can improve at all. You've just been hit by... Oh, smooth! Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, bit more braking and a bit later braking has gained me good time. That's what Lando should have done. Might have got him pole. Also, keep in mind, we are currently about a second and a half off the pace. Verstappen did a 22.2. The best lap is a 23.8. You've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal. This lap is good though. I mean, 4 tenths up. Ugh. I have got a higher diff though. Ah, okay. It gripped up in the air. Nice one. Oof. Oof. That's a juicy lap. Look at that. Ugh. 8 temps. Trim was promptly DMCA'd the following week.
Feels so bad.
Oh, it's very true.
Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry.
You saw qualifying? I did, mate. I was streaming it. That's what I was doing about 20 minutes ago. Fantastic session. Right, I've just dunked 6 tenths on my teammate's skull. So, I think that means we can go to 110 AI, you know? Actually, no, I'll do 109 because I know my tyre wears shit. I mean, obviously, like I said, right there, if I was starting on pole, I'd just do 110. But because I'm trying to go last to first, I want to actually be able to get through the field. So we'll do 109. That's a good little middle ground. Max weight Verstappen. I think Snacks Verstappen is still... That won't ever be beaten. But that's actually not too bad. It's alright. If you say the weight, like, kind of like a German, like Veit, Max Verstappen, it's alright. Alright, let's do this thing. My bad, I missed your quality watch along. Don't worry about it, mate. We've really, as a community, we've really got to stop apologising for missing streams. It's not that I don't care, it's just that, like, I am the least busiest person here, I can guarantee you. Don't worry about it. Alright, so we know the car's good, so I'm literally just going to do this. Oof. Alright. Hey homie, I checked your video, seems like you are new to Kick. I appreciate the bot's message, but I'm not new. I've been streaming every time on there for like 3 months. Anyway, so yeah, I was what did I actually do in my previous run? It's a 23 something, right? A 23 dead. So I am I am seriously rapid. That's good. The doll in the back looks tiny. I'm pretty sure that there isn't a doll meant to be small, 3D, and like made out of like wood or something. That's actually, to be fair, that is made out of wood, but that is a 6'3" cardboard cutout. I don't think you can call that a doll unless you're a bit weird, of course. Alright, welcome. You know what, I'm starting to think maybe I should do 110. What do we think, everyone? I was 6/10 up on my teammate, who was second in qualifying, on 107. I'm now on 109. Do we think I should go to 110? Because my reasoning is that I'm starting last, so if I do 110 and it's too quick, I won't be able to catch up. But I don't know. I'm stumped. Also, what is this strategy? Meanwhile, the doll is the most two-dimensional poster. The poster is literally a big bit of cardboard. But yeah, I think we'll just leave it as is, because I can't be bothered, to be honest. This is the strategy. Medium, medium, hard. I like it. I don't know if that's realistic, but that's what we're using. We'll lower the fuel a little bit as well. I have no idea how much fuel to use in long races. Obviously, in a 50%, I usually do 1.3 more laps than there is. But in a full race, you think it'd be double that, actually. So I should do 2.4. So 60.4. So let's do that. Not as two-dimensional as Russell's personality. That is so mean. I love it. Alright, here we go then. Welcome to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We have everything is good. We have a full 58 lap race, I think it is. As we look at the starting tyres, I'm on the mediums. We've got all three tyres on show. Hulkenberg, Borzaletto and Russell on the softs. Everyone else on a split between mediums and hards. We have safety cars on. We have red flags on. We have the racing line on, which is going to upset some of you. I don't really care though. And yeah, well, honestly, I'm just looking to have a consistent race. Like, clean overtakes, clean driving, try not to use any flashbacks. I might have to because the tyre wear's pretty bad. But I'm feeling good. I also forgot to change... Wait, no. I don't have to worry about my diff settings. That's already done. Good. Who even thinks about a 3-stop in a normal race? I'm doing a 2-stop. But yeah, you are right. Why would you do a 3-stop in this day and age? No, I'm doing medium, medium, hard. So pit, pit. I'll probably be real life. I don't think you're going to get away with a 1-stop, but let's go! Need a good start. Try and jump a couple off the line. That'd be nice. I mean, obviously, in real life, Lando's starting second, but second isn't as fun as last when you get some overtaking done. And we're off! Who is going to win the F1 Championship? Oscar Piastri is first. No, he isn't, actually. There's a Ferrari in first. How unrealistic is that? Into turn 1, we must go. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. Try not to kill everyone. Nice exit, going to get myself ahead of Lawson. Colapinto's last, shocking to no one. Where is Oscar? Oh, he's third, and Verstappen's second. Ugh. Go around. Get a good exit, I can get all these lot here. Okay, that's Alonso. I'm in a drag race, I should probably lower my downforce to what I was using in quali. Oh, I'm so slow in a straight line. Try not to kill Alonso, that'd be nice. Oh, pretty poor exit from Ocon and Albon. Could be a little double overtake-a-thon here. Come on in. Come on in. Oh, get him. Oh, we're going 3 wide. Oh, David Croft is losing his mind. Up the inside. Brake later. Nice, okay. Already up 5 places. It's been 1 lap. Oh, I've gone wide. Ignore that. AI level, it's 109, but I'm thinking 110 might have been better. I don't know, because like I said, I want to actually be able to get to first. Or, well, third. First lap completed, though, and we are already up 5 places. Ferrari strategist giving you 3 stop as a suggestion. Oh, you mean the other strat? Okay, yeah. That's more McLaren strategy nowadays. Nice, thanks, mate. Oh, I'm not looking where I'm going. Bouncy. Right, I'll lock in a bit now. By that, I mean I'll just stop driving off the track. I won't get any quicker. Actually, I might. I don't know. But this is what I'm worried about. My straight line speed is quite bad, and I don't want to get bogged down in between, like, DRS trains. Welcome. Oh, I've got way more grip through there. Ugh. Like, still to use. Okay. Good to know. And then round we go. Hard tyres for Stroll, so it should be a relatively easy pass. But of course, you got to rely on straight line speed, of which that I don't have. Still, if this was real life, Lando would be very happy. Very happy? Very happy. I mean, 6 places in 2 laps is quite good. That's good progress. How many tenths is plus or minus 1? I'm pretty sure it's around what it used to be. 1 difficulty was just under a 10th. So, between, but I know 110, and between 100 and 110, it's like more. Like 80 to 90 would be about a second, whereas 100 to 110 is like 1.5 seconds. That's how it used to be, though. I don't know if it still is. I mean, the difference will be minute, but yeah, it's still a difference. More flexibility with the 3-stopper. That's very true. Shout out Ferrari, by the way. I assume that's Leclerc. Just sort of leading by 2 seconds. I wonder why, you know, Codemasters make Ferrari so good in this game. It doesn't make any sense. I want to try and get Stroll here, but I forgot. No.
Yeah.
And around the outside. Better grip. Switch back to the inside. Come on. I can have a run at him. Switch back again. Up the inside we go. Right, up to P13. Good stuff. Car feels lovely. I forgot how good it feels to drive an actual good car. Usually I'm driving Alpines or Hasses, but now I'm driving a McLaren. It's like, whoa! You right, Brandon? Good to see you, mate. Go! Tyre wear check, looking good. Only about 2% a lap, given the time I pit. It'll only be about like 40% overall, that's nice. I'm assuming EA made the car performance according to performance last year. I think that, I don't know though, because the game came out in May. Already 2-3 months into the season, so you'd think they'd sort of know by then that Ferrari aren't very good, or just update it. Like, they update the drivers, why not update the cars? I feel like that's just a perfectly reasonable idea. Try and get Gasly here, should be able to, got a good run. Maybe Sainz as well with a little, you know, a bit of a lunge. Lunge! Absolute lunge! Jeez Louise, that was a lunge! No? Okay. I've got a bollard under my car. That's not good. Keep in mind, Fat Crim, brake way later into that hard braking corner. You can go way later. Just now, my dad bought me some F125 pit coins. Oh, nice one. Use them wisely. We're getting a new podium pass soon, aren't we? Not like I care, there's nothing in them, but there you go. You're right, DHL. I forgot how, like, chill full races are. Like, in a 50%, it's, like, pushed to the maximum the entire time, whereas this, it's, like, chill. you're not driving very quick. We could have a nice little lunge at signs, although Hajar's going to get in the way a little bit. He locks up, though. I was going to try a switchback as we make contact with signs. Uh-oh. No damage to report, though. Damage is on, so that was just a lucky escape for me. Oof. Tyres. Still looking really good. Looking more than good. I might be able to one-stop this, you know. I'm not going to, because then I'll just win really easily. But it's doable. I mean, by lap, what, 30 something, my tyres will be on like 60. That's nothing! Pace is still lapping in sort of the, you know, low 30s, high 29s. If I can get a bit of clear air, I reckon I could probably get near a 28. Since there's no tyre wear, and also I'm using like no ERS throughout the lap. So that's nice to know that there's probably half a second in pace in the locker just waiting to be unleashed. Suddenly both McLarens crash and Max gets the championship. I mean, that could happen. Am I a McLaren fan? Hang on, let me defend from Gasly real quick. No, I'm not a McLaren fan. How do I word it? I'm a fan of not teams, drivers, and I want Lando to win the championship, but I prefer Max. Just because Max already has 4 and Lando's British, so I'm like, yeah, why not? I'm driving as Lando today because he won last year, and that's basically about it. Oh my, I'm so much quicker than Hajar, it's quite funny. Don't really see overtakes there very often. Right, let's go full chat and try and break the DRS in one sector, which I don't think I'm going to be able to do, but we'll give it a go. And of course, next year, my favourite team is going to be Cadillac, as we know. Favourite driver? His is Checo. Spot on, mate. That's why I said next year Cadillac will be the one. Anyone want to hear quali results? Well, I was watching quali on stream with, you know, obviously, you know, yeah, who were watching, so I know the results. But if others want to know, let DHL know. So I broke DRS and set the fastest sector 1. So like I predicted, there is a lot of pace in the locker. Should I need it? I mean, how much am I up? I'm half a second up. So, yeah, there's a lot left. Definitely should have done 110 AI now, think about it. I'll be honest, I don't remember being very good at this track, but I seem to be cooking. 28.9, and I could go like another half a second quicker than that. Okay, fastest lap overall.
Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1:28.5.
Oh, you're Hulk finished. You're done. Oof. Well then. Okay, up into the P9 area in the points in 8 laps. I feel like I'm progressing a bit too fast, to be honest. I don't like it. Stop using the racing line, it just makes you slower and takes away the fun and immersion. Learning the track and breaking points is fun, and you get to be faster. my friend, I advise you to literally look at my channel for more than, what, 1.5 seconds? And you'll probably find that I did turn it off, but luckily, I have a brain, you seem to not, which is tough. We can't all have one. All you need to do is realise that I can't just turn it off and magically know the track off by heart. So, there you go. It also doesn't make you faster, doesn't make it more fun. It makes it more immersive, yes, but I don't really care about being immersive. So there you go. Thank you, and goodbye. Maybe by the start of next year, it could go off, but I'm not doing that to please you, because you're just some random words on the screen. Anyway, let's try and get Bearman. That'll be nice. Fastest sector 2. Love it. Let's go. I wanted to know the gap to the leader, but they got rid of that command for some unknown reason. They do a lot of... They take away from this game more than they add to it, which is really surprising. Because there's, like, nothing in it. So I don't know why they've done that, but there you go. Colapinto isn't last. Well, hey! Maybe there's hope for him yet. Who knows? Good defending there it was. It's not even the fact that, like, you know, let me play. That's not even the thing. It's I don't know why people get so bothered by it when 90% of people... Like I always say, the majority of... There are people in creator series who are quicker than me, play the game more than me, and have a bigger audience than me. They use the racing line. No one cares. They don't go up to them and say it. It's just me. So there you go. Try and get Ollie Bearman. He's left it a bit, you know, difficult, but I am in a McLaren, so Car Merchant is here. And through goes Fat Crim. We're off. Why such negativity? I don't know how I've been negative. I just said look at my channel because I did a stream 2 days ago where I turned it off. And I just said I disagree. Disagree and negative don't mean the same thing, boss. Sounds like an order as well, like turn the racing line off. Like, no, don't want to. I just seek to understand why so many people have a problem with it. Also, I hear it. I get death threats for it, so I hope you can understand why I might be a bit aggressive when people talk about it, because it is a touchy subject, because I literally get people DM me on Instagram saying they're going to find me and do things because I have a green line on. But anyway, I don't want to just talk about it because it's all I talk about. Since I started streaming in September, it's literally the only thing I talk about. So, yeah, not gonna. It will turn off eventually. Maybe by the end of the month, it'll be. I'll learn all the tracks. So far, I know 3: Monza, Austria, and Qatar. And once I know them and I'm comfortable, then it'll be turned off and everyone's happy. But for now, let's focus on this Grand Prix because Lando's in the top 8 with a 3-second gap to Hamilton, with Leclerc leading the way. Starting to lose a bit of tyre grip now, which is, well, am I near 20%? Yes, that's why. There you go. Ah, change the road setting, help! I'm a bit off the racing line in turn 2. Yeah, see, I don't follow it exactly. What setups do I use? It's just off sim racing setups off YouTube, to be honest. I know that YouTube, not YouTube, I know that setups, some of them cost a lot of money. They're probably quite good, but I do 2 things. I either use it sim racing setups on YouTube, or I go in time trial, take the best setup, and then just tweak the differential, tyre pressures, and downforce about it. Alright. See, now I'm lapping in the 29s on just my normal pace, which isn't very good. Oh, so yesterday, I do remember you. All good. We know.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. I want to know the gap to the leader. Why have they got rid of that? Like, look.
Right, so our best lap so far.
How did I... It's like voice activation in an actual car. It's useless. Oh, my goodness. I just want to know how... What, the gap to Leclerc. That's... Okay, right. Teammate status.
Gap to your teammate ahead. 8.
There you go. We've done it.
They're on old hard tyres. They're in third. Time last lap. 1:29.
Right, so I'm about 12 seconds off the lead. All right, now we know. Jeez Louise. Uff. Uff. Go! Let's make Hamilton. To be fair, Hamilton's doing quite well. Top 7's really good for him. You gotta respect that, but I'm here to ruin it. Full race update? Really? I've got to listen to him yap about the entire race just to know the gap to the leader? Ugh. Alright, Ahmed. Oh, forget that. Favorite livery throughout the season? I don't know. They're all kind of awful. I like the racing balls just in general. I don't really remember any one-off liveries, so I can't really give you an answer, to be honest. How am I doing today? Yeah, it's all right. 6 out of 10, maybe. Quality was fantastic. Yeah, not too bad. You alright, Flosser? Good day to you. Welcome. See, now I'm actually against, like, somewhat comparable cars. I might actually struggle to overtake. But I'm going to be pitting on, what, lap 19, so it's still got a while to go as well. I don't think I'm getting past these lot. Actually, I don't know. Whee! Woof, woof, woof. Time is it in my country? It is 8 minutes to 4. So 3:52 p.m. in the Great Britannia. Welcome. Run. Alright, Lewis, I want your position. That is what I'm after. Probably not going to get it because your Sector 1's better than mine and you also have DRS. But you never know. You actually don't. Go. Why do I have a high body fat percentage? Because I eat a lot. Well, actually, I should say in past tense, because I don't eat a lot anymore. Little switch back on Hamilton like he did to Checo. Oof! No, never mind. I did get a nice exit, though. Oh, I'm so having a run at Lewis here. Through goes Lando Norris. Go on, then. Oh, it's going to be difficult to get the exit. Okay, nice one. It's 6:52 in Iraq. Okay, so 3 hours ahead. Fun. To be fair, though, I'm not entirely human. I'm 75% human and 25% hot air balloon. So, yeah. Accurate name. Lando 2025 World Drivers' Championship. I mean, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? Still not as good as I thought it would be, but yeah. I can go to Abu Dhabi, but it's expensive. Yeah. That's why I've never been to an F1 race ever. It's very expensive. Oh my, is it? Ah! I'm so bad around those two corners. I don't know why. You'd think, oh, they're easy flat, so what's the problem? But I always seem off the racing line and just slow in general. Oh well, no one cares. Let's try and get Kimmy now. Yuki Tsunoda running 5th. That's like the highest he's been in the last year. And May with the 5. I don't know what that currency is, but thank you very much. That's class. Oh, I'm gonna kill him. No, I'm not. Keeps it on track as well. Not bad, you know. Is that Canadian dollar? It might be. I don't know what. I don't know what. I mean, yeah, I don't know. But thank you very much anyway. What kind of racing wheel setup am I using? That's a great question. That's brave. Oh, hang on. No, he's yielded. Okay, never mind. Martin Brundle's favourite word, though. Yield, alongside retardation. Why he says that, I don't know. But my wheel setup is a Thrustmaster T300 base and a open wheel add-on, like, wheel. There you go. Should probably make some, like, chat commands for it, but I keep forgetting, I'll be honest. Short-term memory loss is a serious thing. Oh, that was awful. All good. Would you like help? Would you like help improving your health? I mean, tips and tricks can never be denied, and they're always helpful. But I think I'm on the right track, mate. I'm down 1.5 stone in just over a month. I used to weigh 19 stone, and now I weigh 17.5. So I think I'm doing pretty good. But if you do have any little tips, feel free. Who was on pole? Who'd you think? Only the greatest driver in the last 20 years. Did you see Villa beat Arsenal? Did they really? I weren't expecting that. I don't really pay much attention to football, but I would have never booked that, to be honest. Although Villa have been very good recently. Didn't they go, like, 7 games without scoring a goal or something? And now they're, like, 3rd. He's about to sell me an extended warranty, true. I think Paul in the game was Leclerc, you know, which obviously makes no sense, but welcome to F1 where they think Ferrari's still good. Shit. Shock. Grip goes down a little bit. I crash. Nice. Right, we'll get that repaired. Why not? I'm not really pulling away right now, and I'm not catching up either, which I'm not a fan of. Congrats. It would be very difficult to give complex information, but you can find a way to start tracking your calories. Well, I do that, but so thank you for the help. Frog. I mean, frogs are quite cool, not bad. Whee! Okay, I've literally got the exact same pace as everyone around me. Apart from Hamilton, of course, who's way behind. Shock. Realistically, I'm only getting my front wing repaired because it will, like, make my life more difficult. So, yeah. That's basically about it. What's my lap times now? 31s, I'm guessing? Wait, 30? How is this the same pace I already had? I feel way slower. New background looking fresh. I mean, apart from the tree, it's exactly the same, but cheers. No. Those helmets, they've been there for like
Okay, be
6
aware,
months.
levels are going to start falling away soon.
Maybe it's because I got the my big light on, so you can actually see them. But they've always been there since I started streaming properly in like September. Can you help me? What am I helping with? It depends. I never realised them. Well, now you do. Welcome to the party. Pace is quite literally the exact same. Apart from Hamilton, who's way slower, like I said. It's like half a second a lap, even more than that, actually. Is he fighting someone? No, he's just slow. Okay. Getting some subs? I mean, how exactly would you like to help with that? That's not really something I can just go and say, right, go subscribe and then loads will. I guess I could, I just did. But, yeah, I don't know, really. Since when have you started watching F1? The start of 2021. And I've been making content on the game since halfway through 2023. Whee! Really wish I could break it. To be fair, Antonelli might not be that quick, but because he's always in my DRS, he can stay with me. But I can't break it. But he's not really making much of a threat, so I don't really care if he's there. You can do that, mate. Have fun. Alright. Nice. I'll tell you what, the pit entry there is a really good braking marker.
Okay, we're boxing this lap to give us the best.
And then here it's orange. So I'm just trying to like memorize the braking points so I can turn the line off eventually. I've not been doing that yet. I probably should be. So that's 50 meters. Okay, I assume this next corner is 100 meters. Finally broken DRS, by the way. It's a Christmas miracle. What I do for work, I'm a graphic designer. And then this is just before 100 meters. Actually, we get away with 100 meters, to be fair. It's a bit like Monza Turn 1, that. Figured it out in your short form live, the camera's smaller. They haven't been showing, only 2 weeks ago they did. Okay, I see. I am indeed Norris, yes. Because he won last year. Difficulty's on 100 and... It's 109. Because I didn't think I'd have that much pace to like go from last to first. But now I'm thinking about it, in hindsight, 110 isn't enough. I should have been on like 115 if that's a thing. I thought I was awful at this track. Turns out I've got a bit of pace. So 109 is your answer. Dream job, what I'm currently doing, ideally, but there's like a 1 in a 10 million chance that's going to happen. Ugh, don't hit the wall. Okay. Remember, I'm getting my front wing changed here because I broke it, so I should drop back Electra at 5 seconds, which might be a good thing because I'm currently driving too quick. I never thought that'd be a thing, but there you go. Abu Dhabi iMobi is more exciting in the 90s F1 cars in Gran Turismo. They have old F1 cars? I didn't know that. Oh yeah, of course they do. I love Gran Turismo 7. What a game.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit.
I wish I could still play it, but because I've got everything rigged up to my PC now, obviously I can't because it's PS exclusive. One of my favourite games I've ever played, especially like for simulator game, probably second best behind this. So I come out 14th after my first stop. Brand new front wing, so I should be able to find an extra 10.42 a lap. Do have to try and clear all this traffic though. Well, I know Hamilton's on new tyres. I don't know about Hulkenberg though. Because if these are a lot of traffic, they might pit and get out of my way soon. Which would be ideal, obviously. But yeah, no, yeah, back to your question of your dream job. Yeah, ideally, if I could just do this and like a little bit more, but this in general, just being able to stream the F1 game and stuff, that would be a dream. I'd do this for another 10 years if it was financially stable. That'd be great. Unfortunately, though, I, well, technically work 2 other jobs. Because, I mean, I don't mind saying my YouTube earnings. If I was to try and live off YouTube, well, put it this way. In my lifetime earnings from everything, mostly donations, which is, I don't know why people donate to me, but there you go. And obviously, you know, advert money. I earn the same as a minimum wage job would in, like, 5 days, and that's in 3.5 years. So obviously, from that perspective, I do this for the passion. There you go. Alright, let's try and get past Hamilton. That'll be our deal. Obviously, just being stuck in traffic ain't good. And is that Antonelli up there or is that Russell? No, Antonelli's there. I see him. Get him. Oh, Nelly Hulkenberg, you left that a bit late. I'll have you, son. Come on, grip up for me. There we go. OG Assetto Corsa and GT7 by 1 and 2. I do English. I have played Assetto Corsa. I'll be honest though. All I did was I got in a Le Mans car and went to the Nürburgring or Nordschleife, and that's it. That's all I did. I actually got pretty good at it, to be fair, considering, you know, before then I'd only played the F1 games as like a racing game. Although that's kind of like me all over. Like, you give me a brand new car that I've never driven, I can probably drive it decently in about 10 minutes. It's just, I can't get to that top level, obviously. Difficulty, 109. Although, in hindsight, it should have been 110. I didn't expect my pace to be this good. Should be able to get Hamilton here if he stays outside of Antonelli's DRS. Come on. Has he got it? No. Okay. You're dead. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Way. Bye, Lewis. Woohoo. Doing it last to first? I am indeed, mate. Well spotted. I played Assetto Corsa on controller. It's phenomenal. That's brave. The only racing games I played on controller is Forza Horizon and Need for Speed. I just don't find, like, sim racing games on controller very fun, to be fair. I'm doing the same thing with F2. That's quite respectable. I don't think I've ever driven an F2 car. Well, I've just never really bothered. Could be a thing. Alright, so now we have Russell and Antonelli. I don't know what Russell's doing. Because I'm pretty sure he's pitted, but then how is he so close? He was miles up the road before and now he's right here. So I don't know. But we set the fastest lap at 27.7, which is not bad. It's good stuff. Am I playing cockpit mode ever? Not really, no. It's just... It sounds dumb, because I think I'm actually faster in that view. But I just like it for the stream, and also just because everyone else uses it, I like this view. I could see more. Got a Mercedes scrapping here. Very hard. This could be a little opportunity. Yep, I'll have you. Come on in. Come on in. Who's got DRS? Not you. Oh, that's wide. Oh, I've got like nothing left. I don't need it. Round the outside of Kimi Antonelli. This is brave. So didn't need to be that brave in the end. He braked way early. Good stuff. All right, up to P5 goes Lando Norris. And we're not even halfway through the Grand Prix yet. But we are quite a ways behind the next cars. We've got Yuki Tsunoda at, 12 seconds up the road. But teammate is 14 seconds up the road.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now.
And he's going to be on the faster tyre by the time we get to the end. I'm going to be on hards. He's going to have mediums. So, yeah. We'll see how this goes. Imagine an IndyCar DLC like in F1 2034. That'd be cool. I like IndyCar. I wish there was a Formula E game, to be honest. I love Formula E. How about the offset camera angle? That's what I'm currently using, to be fair. It's this. Because if you just use normal TV pod, you can't get, the FOV to be, low and, wide. Whereas this, you can. It's Yana Watmir's camera setting, so I'm sure you know who that is. Green sector 1, nice. Not going to have DRS though, so I'm going to lose it all. Here we go. 0.3, 2, 1, negative 1/10. I just lost half a second down that straight because I had no DRS. That's quite incredible how that works, huh? Just shows how much DRS can give you lap time. It's outrageous. Do I use iOS or Android? I mean, I don't really use my phone, but it is an iOS, so that one. Catching Oscar quite quickly, which is nice, about, 1 second a lap kind of area. Of course, that's not going to last. As soon as my tyres start to get a bit warm, they'll start, I might actually end up being a bit slower than Oscar, but the pace is still good. I mean, a little ways off my fastest lap without DRS is quite good. Also just put ridiculous time on Antonelli, so overall good. Have I ever touched grass? I touched grass 2 hours ago, and I will be touching grass again in an hour. So, yeah. Do people really think because I stream 3 hours a day, I literally just sit here all day? It's a bit odd why people think that. BlackBerry for me? Valid. I did have a BlackBerry. You might think I'm too young for those, but no, I did have one. It's like my first ever phone when I was like 12. Boo Norris, go Russell. Roasted. I don't know who you've roasted. I actually can't tell. There you go. No, Russell's way off it, mate. I'm way quicker. Do I use Linux? No, I use Windows. You alright, Wanda? I think I remember you from a previous stream. Pace is really fun. Windows, I prefer doors. Nice. That's a good one, that. Oh, you're right, Patrick. Good to see you, mate. I hope you're doing good. Don't know what that noise was. There you go. Sorry, Crib, I'm really sleepy. I'll be taking your leave now. Have fun. Well, don't worry about that, mate. Have a good kip. That's what I say. Am I cheering for Ghost Stappen tomorrow? I still can't decide, to be honest. I think I want Lando to win on the pure basis that A, he's British, and B, he hasn't won yet. Yeah, that's basically about it. But, like, literally any other scenario, probably Max. This pace is ridiculous. Actually, it's not really. It was on Piastri, but not really on Sonoda. Also, I'm pretty sure Piastri and Leclerc are one-stopping. So that's going to put a bit of a spanner in the works. I'm playing on a PC? I am indeed, mate. Unfortunately, EA has blocked F1 from running on Linux because they don't want to allow the anti-cheat to work. I suppose that makes sense. This question always free to confuse the hell out of me. And then more doors or wheels. Alright, I was literally about to bring that up when you mentioned doors. I remember that. I think it's wheels, to be honest. But I don't know, I don't really think about it that much. I just sort of go, yeah, that, no, do. Max will be the champion tomorrow? Well, he's going to have to rely on a Lando Norris mistake or something, because Lando, although he's nowhere near as quick as I thought he would be, he's still quick. And obviously only needs a third, so... I've got to go sleep now. Sweet dreams, Brandon. Thanks for stopping by. What I think of Max's pole during quali, a bit sickening to be honest, because obviously his first lap was good enough for pole, and then he just sort of went, yeah, but there's a bit more in there, and so he just goes even quicker. It's ridiculous. Such a stupidly good driver he is. He's one of the only drivers ever that can, like, when it really matters, just sort of go, yeah, I'm going to put in my peak lap time now. And he does. Faultless, no mistakes. And, yeah, that's why he's won a lot. I think Max will win. I think Max will win the race, but I think Lando will still win the championship. Max's second pole up was a statement. That is exactly what it was. I mean, to already have pole secured and go even quicker is just, that's just humiliating. So I genuinely thought that Lando was going to be on pole by like 3/10 and Oscar was going to really struggle because it's a low grip track. But no, Oscar's right there. Fair fucking play to him. I think given the expectation, I think Oscar would have done a better job than Lando. But I was very surprised. I like how Sector 1 I improve every single lap because of the DRS. Oh no, because like, yeah, I don't know, I just am. And then Sector 2, I just immediately lose it all because I don't have DRS. It's consistent. Oh god, that's my first like real mistake so far. Oof. Not good, apart from obviously when I crashed into that wall. Done a prime Latifi! Will Lando win the championship? I think so, yes. Max is the modern Michael. Hates the media, godly fast, and a great father. Yeah. Yeah, that's valid, yeah. What's the last time you ignored a question in the chat, afraid of being embarrassed to answer? I don't ever not answer a question out of embarrassment. Sometimes I don't answer questions because they're just disturbingly weird. Like, the only question I don't answer is when someone says something that's a bit dodgy, or when someone, you know, asks about something a bit personal, which is quite rare, but. Like, I don't mind telling people my age and my first name, but some people want, like, my full name and, like, the exact area I live. I mean, I would just say, like, London, but obviously that's a big place. People want to know, like, the exact location. It's like, no, I'm good on that. What's the AI at? 109, but it should be 110. Because I didn't think I'd be very quick, but I am. So there you go. I know they won't, but could you imagine if F1 did the 24 hours of Le Mans for a race? That would be sick. That would be sick. It would, yeah. That would be great. Do you think Toyota come back to F1? You know, I actually think they do. Because they've recently just became a title sponsor of Haas. It's now Toyota Gazoo Racing Haas or something. So I think very soon, because Cadillac's now the American team, Haas will just yield and give Toyota and make them a works team. So that would be good. A mini Savage with a cheeky little $5. Go on then. Ah, it's lovely to see ya. And it has indeed been a while. But I'm glad to see you. I hope you're doing good. But, you know, since you're, you know, donating and, you know, popping in, I hope that, you know, I imagine things are going well. Thoughts on my flaps? Oh, it's a good question, you know. Nearing a, you know, they've had an eviction notice. Let's put it like that. Is London a dump? Yes. Of course, there are nice little areas. There's gonna be, but for the most part, especially in the area I live, it's very bad. Littering is basically more common than putting things in the bin. Put it like that. What team should come back or come to F1? Oh. I'm liking all the good questions we've got here today. I don't really know, to be honest. I actually don't know. I don't just want to say a random car brand, because that's boring, but then I was thinking of... Oh, hang on! Minardi! There you go, buff. That'd be funny. One, two, three, four. Surprised I can't reach 8th gear from that corner, to be fair. And Formula Kivy! With a follow on Twitch. You don't see that very often, follows on Twitch. Shout out to you. Thank you. I'm going to get pit for hards. I am indeed. You're right, Mark. I think I could be good if I pit for softs. Honestly, yeah, I kind of agree. My only concern is that I feel they'll die a bit too quick. Like, right now, these tyres are dead. As in, if I had new tyres, I'd be going nearly 2 seconds a lap quicker. Think of Oscar in Qatar. He could have waited for softs, but by that point, everyone else is gone. Or you can pit for hards, of which you'll have consistently good pace until the end. So I think I'm just going to stick with that, to be honest. Have I... Okay, we don't need to actually say the word. Jeez Louise. Bloody hell. Anyone else watch actual F1 cars and wonder how the hell Lightning McQueen, a stock car, keeps up with them? Yeah, that is a great point. How does he do it? He's obviously doing a little, McLaren 2007 or whenever it was and doing a little bit of cheating and copying otherwise cars and making himself quick. And also plot. Can't have Lightning McQueen be really shit. Which one driver do you think deserves a better car? Assuming they will probably be able to fight for wins and podiums. For me, it's Hulkenberg. That's a good one. I struggled to understand what your question meant at first, but now I do. Max Verstappen? That's a great question. I think Hulkenberg is probably the best shout. I still... You know what? Fernando Alonso. There you go. Buff. I keep having to pause my stream because I'm getting so many questions, although I prefer that. That's good. How much money is F1? Didn't McLaren get fined like 100 million or something? No, not how much. It was a lot for like stealing Ferrari's thing. If you can race for any team, what would I choose? If I could race alongside Perez at Cadillac, I'd pick that, but probably Williams. I love the vibe. My gameplay is so smooth. Shout out my PC for being able to provide that. That's good stuff. I know he's only had 1 year, but I think Ollie Behrman in a top 3 car would cook. I'll race for RB. They have a good potential. They've got a very nice livery as well, which is quite important. But I do love Williams' livery, so yeah. Also, just great vibe around that team. An F1 World, a little £2. Go on then. Get a bit of lunch, could have a shout out, sure. Shout out F1 World. Horrible game mode in the game, but, you know, a great YouTube channel as well. When am I pitting? I feel like I should have pitted by now. Oh god, I'm getting all my settings wrong. Help! No! No! Oh goodness me, it's all gone horribly wrong. Oh, it's gone so wrong. Right, hang on, wait. Ah! You! There we go. Okay. And then that. Okay, I fixed it. All good. Only lost half a second doing it. Stupid idiot. I'll just go and ruin my mental health by going to Ferrari. Valid! A 2017 F1 car in 2017 money without R&D would cost 9 million. I mean, I don't know if that's accurate. I know bugger all about it. Why is a livery important? Because I don't want to be driving around in, like, a car that looks shit. That would ruin the vibe. '17 car with a halo would look sick. I think I agree, to be honest. I'm obviously, there are reasons, but can't they just get a 2016 car, put a halo on it and race with that? Because I bet the racing would improve tenfold. Currently got these Tesco's jumbo lorries as F1 cars you literally can't race with. As an American, I'd choose Haas. Haas over Cadillac. Fair enough. I still haven't looked at what all up on ping. I got way too flustered trying to look at it and change settings. Lap 37, there we go. Sorry. Still got a while to go then.
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
Thank you, Mark. I've not had like an actual clean lap in so long now. It's getting annoying. Now, for those, I mean, I am doing this to predict the championship. So if you want Lando to win, you're probably begging me to hurry up and drive quicker. But as it stands, Verstappen leads from Piastri and Leclerc, then Tsunoda, then Norris. Obviously, if Verstappen wins, I need to finish third. So I need to get Leclerc somehow. I don't think I'm getting Leclerc. Max, I believe, still has another stop. So basically, I need to get ahead of Tsunoda and my teammate. Somehow. I remember I got a test version of the W08 without the shark. Oh, I know the shark. I was so confused then. What's the shark? And then I remembered the shark fin. Nice. They've had been some really nice one-off liveries, like not even raced with, just like testing. I remember like a red Bull that looked really nice. My favourite NASCAR driver, Tony Stewart, was with Haas till last year. I didn't even know they had a NASCAR team. There you go. I find F1 cars without the halo weird. I think people who are new fans like me will probably agree. Yeah. I don't know. Please box for softs rather than hard. No, my mediums don't last 20 laps. My mediums struggle to get to 19 laps. Softs will only last about 10, and then I'll be driving around thinking, I can't do it. I'd probably have to go to lap, what, 44 or 45 if I wanted to go on softs to get to the end. Me and soft tyres don't get along at all. It's really bad. I can barely race for 20 laps and you're doing 58. I mean, to be fair, most streams I do 2 half races, so depending on the laps, it could be near enough 60 to 70. But I mean, to be fair, do you only do 20 laps because, like, you don't have enough time? Because then that makes sense. Because I have plenty of time. Or is it a fatigue issue? Or is it boredom? Because I have all those things, but... I mean, to be fair, if I wasn't streaming, I wouldn't even bother doing this. I wouldn't play the game. But, yeah, passion.
In this lap.
I still have flashbacks to Russia 2016 when Ricciardo came out of the garage with a damn windshield on his car. I don't remember that because I wasn't watching F1 then, but that sounds quite funny.
In this lap, push now.
I like how the drivers actually speak on the radio now. That's a nice little detail. I just get tired really fast. Well, believe me, mate, I am absolutely flooded with boredom and in a lot of pain right now. But, yeah, passion, like I said. Keeps me going. Be a bit weird to just end the stream on lap 37 because my arse hurts, you know. Do you know that Ferrari's whole racing division was, like, net close to being Ford? I do remember, well, I don't remember that, I was minus 40, but I've seen documentaries and films and things about that, yeah. Could you imagine blue F1 cars instead of a red horse? I couldn't imagine it now, but obviously if that's how it happened, it would have been fairly normal nowadays. We'd be saying the opposite. We'd be saying, oh, imagine red cars.
Box this lap, please. Box this lap.
I know, Mark. All good. Don't worry. I'm on it. Like, I am there. I'm locked in. If only my hands were and I could actually drive good. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? And that's Tsunoda coming in as well. Ugh. I should have pitted 1 lap earlier. I might have got him. I don't know how I've been able to do 25 laps on this game with the soft tyre, and from the start of the stint to the end, I was slow by like a second. That is extremely good. I can barely get like 10 laps out of them. don't yell at Mark. Mark isn't as annoying as Jeff, but I'd rather him just not speak at all, to be honest. I know you can turn him off, but sometimes he says something that I can put into a TikTok, so I just farm him for content at this stage.
Let's go.
Alright, primary objective, get Yuki. Like, get him. He's only 1.5 seconds up the road. Let's get the bastard. I'm designing custom designs for the cars. What colour should I do for Red Bull? Make them green. That could be weird. You know, like the Red Bull elderflower flavour. That could be cool. Like a green and white Red Bull. I want Jeff back. He was an easy target. That's exactly what I mean. Is there a horizontal stream? There is indeed. I think. Unless it died, like, 10 minutes ago. Doesn't look like it. I can still see it, so yeah. Alright. Hello, Sonoda. Why is Antonelli still out? Oh, he's on hards, that's why. So now I'm just undercutting Piastri, I think. Unless he's one stopping. Teammate status.
Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us, 32.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. They're in second. And the time last lap, 1 minute 28.4.
He's doing mid-28s on old tyres. Oh, I'm not catching him. Goodbye, Oscar. See you later, mate. Jeez Louise. Earth. I'll make Sauber blue. That could be quite fun. Who do I want to win the title? I want Lando to win, but I wouldn't be annoyed if Max won. I got so boring, I left for 20 seconds. Okay, cool. I don't think I'm boring. There you go. What assist do I have when I have the racing line and ABS? But I'm hoping by the end of the year, I can turn the racing line off. I've still got to learn all the tracks. The only ones I know is Monza, Austria, and Qatar. I think, honestly, I think it's probably, it wasn't at the time, but it's probably now the most common prediction. I think Max will win the Grand Prix, but Lando will win the title. So there you go. I love you driving. Thanks, mate. I too love my driving. It was fun. That reminds me of a time I was doing a stream around Japan. I had someone say to me like 16 times, mate, you're so boring. But what I thought was funny is that they were still there watching me for a good hour. So at that point, it's like, that's good. You're just giving me views and money, so I don't really care, mate. Do you? Do you? Alright, Anthony's on old tyre, so I want to try and get past him quick. I'm going to use the opportunity to save some overtake. 27 dead, by the way, with a bit more pace in there. So actually, my pace to Oscar ain't that bad. Do I do go-karting? No, mate, I can't fit in one, unfortunately. There you go. PC or console? I'm on PC. I'm personally ignoring your question, humanity tester, because it doesn't need to be answered. Alright, get him. I have a similar voice to Pieface. I might have a similar voice, completely different accent though. Well, by British standards it is. I take offence to that. He's a prick. I find it interesting how similar NASCAR and F1 are like American football and the rest of the world football. Similar as in one of them's American exclusive and the other isn't, because apart from that, they're not really the same. I mean, NASCAR and F1 both have cars, that's about it. And American football and football play on grass, and that's kind of the only similarity between them. Plus, of course, the American version being worse. Right, Oscar's now pitting. I've also got 2 laps of an undercut, so we'll see where I come out. It's going to be quite far behind Earth. You know that long turn in Bahrain near the end of the lap? I spun out while I was leading P1. I am sorry to hear that. That is extremely tough. How old am I? I'm 19. I'm getting a PC. What should I get? I don't really know. I mean, you say... I don't really know English. PCs don't really have names. I mean, my PC's very high-end, so if you've got a high budget, probably that, but... Just do a lot of research, that's what I had to do. I still don't really know too much about them, but yeah. Turn that racing line off. I mean, I can't right now because I wouldn't know where I'm braking, but I have learned a couple tracks recently. Hopefully by the new year, I'll be able to. Hit the wall to look realistic? Well, if I was driving as Oscar Piastri, then sure thing. Lando don't really do that, though. Why are we asking... Okay, well, I don't know what knowing my height benefits you, but I'm 5'7", so there you go, I guess. I don't know if it's just me, but I've never, like, watched another streamer or even, like, someone in real life and gone, how tall are you? When I don't even know them. But there you go, feel free, I guess that's fine. As long as you're not asking my exact address, then I guess that's fine. Come on, car, show me some pace. Lapping into 26s now. Obviously, the fuel's quite low, so that's going to help a lot. Brand new tyres plus low fuel equals speed. 9 seconds off Oscar. Basically, half a second a lap. Maybe a bit more. This is 110? It's 109, but I've said it a few times. In hindsight, I should have done 110. It's just I was starting last, and I thought, well, I'm not going to be that quick, so I'll make it a diddy bit easier. Turns out, I am that quick, so there you go. Just grow taller, it's simple, there you go. Everyone's advice, if you're short, grow taller, there you go. I meant the similarities being in their fan bases. Oh no, mate, I'm just taking the piss, don't worry. Nice, just asking what's your address. I should have seen that coming. Gonna ask his foot size next. My feet are massive, to be honest. I don't know why. Is this game worth getting? I'd say, I mean, if you're a fan of Formula 1, I'd say yes, because there's not going to be a game next year. They're doing a DLC for this game. So this is going to be the most modern, recent game until 2027. So by that logic, yes. I'm not going to use overtake anymore, but I'm not going to save any either, so I'm going to try and get more consistently fast pace. I am catching Oscar, it's just obviously not enough, as he also goes and sets the fastest lap. Funny enough though, he set the fastest lap, but I've gained on him this lap by like 3 tenths. That's because I've also nearly just set the fastest lap, there it is. So as it stands right now, Lando Norris will lose the championship, with Max Verstappen leading the race and Charles Leclerc in second, Oscar Piastri third, Lando Norris fourth. Obviously in real life, if this was to happen, it'll probably be George Russell in second, not Leclerc, but F1 likes to glaze Ferrari, so there you go. Get a will to play and it's an adrenaline rush. I mean, I think the only time I feel adrenaline in this game is, probably makes sense, is when you're on a really good qualifying lap or time trial lap. When I see, like, the 3 tenths up or something, it's like, ooh, I get excited, and then I crash. Who do I think will win the World Championship? I think Norris. I think Verstappen will win the race, but Norris will win the championship. Verstappen or Hamilton, who's my guy? Oh, Verstappen by far. Hamilton's just kind of there for me. I don't really care. I don't, you know, he's just sort of neutral. Whereas Verstappen, he's probably my 3rd favourite driver, so there you go. Sounds crazy as a British person, but that's just the truth. I mean, I prefer Max Verstappen to all the current British drivers. I just want Lando to win because he hasn't got a title yet, and that's about it. Oh, wow, Oscar's fast. Makes sense, brand new mediums, but still, he is, like, very fast. I'm right with him, kind of. But still, he's fast. Need a red flag or something. That'd be nice. Welcome to Sector 1, where I always improve and I immediately lose it in Sector 2 because I don't have DRS. Do I have lock brakes on? I do indeed, mate. And the racing line may come off one day. Anti-lock brakes, however, will not. I cannot give more respect to those who can drive without it consistently and fast, because I can't even get round a medium speed corner. I can't even go through a corner where you don't even really use the brakes, like, without locking up. And I've spent at least 10 hours trying. I can't do it. The racing line ain't difficult, it's just adjusting and that's it. Whereas ABS is like, no. Definitely need to stay in third gear around that corner. Oscar would die before he lets Norris past. I think he lets Norris past. I mean, why would you not? If you don't, your relationship with the team and Lando is cooked forever. And, you know, no one wins. And surely you'd rather your team win. But I don't know. I'd let my teammate past if they were going to win and I wasn't. I find it funny that I can play these simulator racing games for hours, but I can't watch a single actual race on TV without falling asleep. To be honest, that's what I'm like with anything that isn't F1. And I don't know why. With F1, even if it's the most boring, I think of Qatar, so boring, and yet I was locked in. Any other racing series, I just can't really get into. It's a bit odd. Hamilton fell off since he joined Ferrari. That's not really a hot take, that's kind of just a fact. Fall off is an understatement. He's turned into prime Mazepin. I'll kick Zach Brown in the nuts if he gives priority to Lando. I think he'll... No, what they're going to do is that it's going to be normal, but say if Oscar's third, Lando's fourth, and Russell's second, and Max is first, meaning Oscar has no chance, surely they're going to say to Oscar, let Lando by, and he will. Because that's just the obvious thing to do. But no, they won't do anything unless, you know, the title by the last 5 laps favours the other. Just crash into Norris and let Verstappen win. Well, I'm currently driving as Norris, so that'll be quite difficult. Oscar could do a Kimi Raikkonen tomorrow if Max and Lando crash into each other, winning the title from third. I mean, Vettel also did that. You think Webber was on an awful strategy from what I remember, and Alonso got stuck behind Vitaly Petrov. So, it doesn't even need to be a crash, it can just be a bad performance. You alright, Tania? Good to see you, it's been a while. Have I ever considered trying out for an F1 team? That's not really something you do, really. You don't just go, yeah, I wish to try and join this team, no. To get in F1 first, you have to get in a go-kart by the age of 7. You need to turn up about probably £10 million. You need to win everything, and that still isn't enough. So, no. I lost my chance to get into F1 pretty much the day I was born. Alright, Khaled. If Lando finishes 4th, he wins the title. That's only if Max doesn't win. If Max wins the Grand Prix and Lando comes 4th, Max wins. That's why people are saying if Lando gets a podium, he wins no matter what the others do. Max comeback is mental. Yeah, but I don't think it's a comeback because Verstappen's been good. It's been a comeback because McLaren have been so bad. I mean, I know it's if, buts and whats, but if Lando doesn't have a mechanical DNF at Zandvoort and that disqualification at Vegas, he would have won the title about 4 races ago. So, yeah, it's more so, and obviously the strategy in Qatar, plus other things. Loads of bad pit stops and all sorts. Who should I become in F1 25? That's a good question. Ollie Behrman's quite fun. I wanted to do a driver career as him because he's cool. Lando or Piastri? Well, Lando, to be fair. I like Piastri a lot, to be fair. It's just, I like Lando more and he's British, so there you go. Vitaly Petrov is underrated. I didn't really get to watch him drive because I wasn't watching F1, but yeah, pretty not bad. You alright, Asti? I think it's clear oh yeah, my pace is gone. I don't know what's happened, but I can't drive anymore. It's done. Tire wear really ain't bad, it's just shit, basically. That's all it really comes down to. It's a skill issue. You do drive decent. What's my rig? Thrustmaster T300, open wheel, add-on wheel. Don't know what my pedals are. They're really old in Thrustmaster, but yeah, that's that, I guess. They're just some pedals. There's nothing fancy. They're just bits of metal on a spring. None of that, like, I forgot what it's called, but you know, you get, like, magnetic ones. Don't you race as Piastri because there's a purple colour on Piastri's name? No, that's because he's currently got the fastest lap. No, I'm currently driving as Norris. It's the one in the middle. So you'll have the one in the middle, and then the 2 drivers ahead of you and the 2 drivers behind, so I'm the middle one. You should make your own F1 team. I have my own F1 team. Well, not mine. It's Lamborghini, and I do streams on it, like, when I'm not doing anything else. I did one yesterday, to be fair, I think. No, not yesterday, day before, I don't know. But yeah, no, I do. I also do a Sergio Perez driver career, which is always fun. Did you go to a race in person this year? I haven't been to a race ever. Costs way too much money for me, unfortunately, but there you go. Maybe one day. It's on the bucket list, at least. Bucket list is go to an F1 race, hit 10,000 subscribers. That's about it, really. Don't have many aspirations going on. If Oscar was in Mercedes, he would get priority like Lewis did. Well, he wouldn't, because Russell's better than him. And also, he ain't getting priority anyway. Oh no, Lando isn't getting priority, so I don't know. If he was in Mercedes, he'd be close to Russell, I think, but nothing crazy. Russell would still thrash him, I think. Should I become an F1 25 because I'm playing it? Yes, I'm not sure what that means, but yes. Why not? We're going to have to rely on a Nicholas Latifi type incident at this stage if you want Lando to win the title or you want the game to predict he will, you're going to need it because Max is winning. I'm 4th. So either Leclerc or Piastri DNFs or there's a safety car. If there's a safety car all red flag, I will probably get 3rd. No, I will get 3rd. Excuse me, I will get 3rd. I went to the Austin race for my birthday. That sounds like a really cool special day. I am jealous. My uncle was at Monaco. So your uncle's really rich then, I get. To be fair, I wouldn't even have a preference. I just like to go to A1. Even if it's like Hungary, which is one of the cheaper ones, although none of them are cheap nowadays. I don't think Zach Brown is following that clause anytime soon. What was the clause? I don't know this. Oh, Oscar has special clause in the McLaren contract to ensure he's never treated as driver 2. Well, he isn't, to be fair. Apart from Monza, which I can understand of them trying to be, like, fair too much, they ain't really done anything. If anything, they've give more favour to Oscar, because you think, you know, Zandvoort, that done Lando in. Apart from that, it's been exactly equal. So, yeah. Although I think that's their problem. They're trying too hard to be equal, that they're actually making them lose points. You're right, Gracchus, or Grassus. Cock that up, my bad. GT7 or F125? I think F125 by far, because it's the game I've played most, although I love GT7 so much. I think it's because I don't really have that much of an interest in, like, other motorsports and just cars in general. My biggest interest is Formula 1, so obviously I'm biased towards it. But yeah, don't get me wrong, I absolutely adore GT7. Also, I just realised Leclerc's not going to be very quick because he's on aging hard tyres. There could be a little 90+7 Lando Norris P3 on here because Leclerc's on the one stop. Oh, hang on, I'm going to try it. Actually, I'm already trying my hardest, but I'm going to try a little bit harder if that's even possible. Sorry to keep pausing the stream, by the way, but I just enjoy... I don't want to miss chat, so I enjoy reading chat. You should participate in Porter's Formula 1 YouTuber tournament. I'll look into that, even though I don't know what that is. I think I know who Porter is. I think I've seen him knocking about. Difficult I'm on right now. I'm on 109, but I should have played on 110 in hindsight. Is F125 online racing any good? No! Stay far away from that. League racing, like if you actually join like a Discord server where it's all like organised, like PSGL or WOR, then it's good because it's like proper. But if you just go straight into an online lobby or ranked, it's really bad. There is a 94% chance someone will just drive you off the road and kill you. There is no respect at all. I've never played online because of it. I might play like 2 ranked races a month. And that's it. Do I play Forza Horizon 5? I played it a lot when it came out on my very old Xbox from 2013, but I haven't played it since because there's just, I don't want to buy it again and there's no way to really play it. We'll be getting Forza Horizon 6 though, because Forza Horizon 2 is probably one of my favourite games of all time. It's Puerta, not Porter. They both sound like Spanish word. Doesn't Puerta mean something in Spanish? I don't know, or Portuguese rather. Is Monaco the Las Vegas of Europe but with a coast? I wouldn't say so, no. No, Las Vegas is way better than Monaco. I'd say the opposite. I'd say Las Vegas is the American... No, that means the same thing. I don't know, no, but Vegas is way better than Monaco. You can actually overtake at Vegas. There's a lot of overtaking. But yeah, I mean, there's only like 9 laps left, but there is a very slim chance that I can overtake Leclerc here. I'm basically going to have to do 1 second a lap, but he is on tyres. Driver in front.
Leclerc ahead. Time last lap, 1:28.8. And gap to the car.
28.8. Let's see what I do.
0.6 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, they've done 22 laps on those tyres. You're gaining by 1.6 seconds a lap.
Oh, that's good! Quick! This is actually doable now. Come on, Lando! Let's win this World Championship for you, mate. Come on! Lock in. Come on, then. What did he say, a 28.8 or 28.6 or something?
No need to
I've just popped in a 27.2 and there's time still to get. Come on! I thought it was all over at first and now it's actually like, not guaranteed, but Unless my tyres massively fall off in the next 5 laps, I can get him. Leclerc was leading this race by 10 seconds at first, and now he's going to maybe end up 4th. Well done! Ferrari strategy, once again showing maximum incompetence. I mean, actual area, not track. Yeah, I suppose so, although Monaco is, like, just, like, a really tiny country. Like, the Monaco circuit is basically half of the country, whereas obviously Las Vegas is the entirety of America. But I suppose so, I don't know. What's, like, the richest place in America other than Las Vegas? Maybe, like, Los Angeles or New York? I don't know. That's gotta be Las Vegas, it's full of casinos. So, yeah, probably Vegas, yeah. In that regard, yeah, they're both the richest parts of their country, although Monaco is, like, just a country, whereas obviously Vegas is a city, in a state, in a country. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm too busy trying to catch Leclerc currently. I'm playing F1 24 and watching you. Nice. Stay concentrated, though. For the first time this race, I've actually got to kind of lock in, as Leclerc is catchable. 5.5 seconds left with sort of 7 laps remaining. Although as my tyres age, as you can see, they're now approaching the 30s, my tyres are going to start going off a little bit and I'll start catching less. But the gap is 5.2. That's not good. Come on! I don't know if I want to risk it, but I need to spend like an entire lap saving overtake. You right, Needs? It's sector 3 where I'm gaining the most on Charlie. I mean, look at that, I just gained 3 tenths in 1 corner. .4. Keep it up. 4.2. Come on, Lando. I'm not saying Lando, I'm the one driving. I don't like to give myself praise, that's why. Boom, 27.3. Stay under 27.5, I'll get the bastard. .3.7. I've actually got a bit of adrenaline. This is quite rare, you know. Another trick to save battery power on the straights is to use it on the corners to go faster in qualifying. I still prefer just hot lap, to be honest. Gotta avoid the curbs because they're killer. I should have said Monte Carlo, my bad. I mean, we're not all geographically, you know, masters. I'm definitely not. I mean, I'm really good at flags, but I couldn't tell you where a country is on the map other than England and France, and that's about it, and maybe like Portugal. So don't worry about it. But yeah, your statement is accurate, the original one. I can see him. I can see him. Do I play with no assists? I mean, considering you can quite evidently see one of them, no. I use the racing line and braking, ABS. But I'm hoping by the end of the year I can drive without the racing line. That's a goal anyway. Couch potato? Well, I'm sitting in a chair and the potato bit's accurate. .2, 5 laps left. Come on! Get him! Where am I going? I'm Hamilton's teammate at Williams. That sounds really cool. In all of my career modes, Hamilton either retires or stays at his current team. He never goes anywhere else. Driving without ABS will make you much faster. It will make me faster, but I have no interest in going faster. No, it's just way too difficult. And I don't have enough time to dedicate to it. So, yeah, racing line, I can do that. It'll take time, but not that much time. I can learn a track in like an hour. Braking, though, no chance. I'm way too not skilled enough for that. I can't give enough respect to those who can drive good without it. It's just way too challenging for me. And that's that. That's final. I'm now within DRS of Charles Leclerc. Come on! Get him! This is almost, I was going to say it's like Abu Dhabi 21, but it literally couldn't be different. Logan Sargent at McLaren. Now that's an interesting one. Who do I want to win tomorrow? Lando Norris. But I wouldn't mind if Verstappen won. I just want Lando to win. Alright, could this be my first chance at getting him on the exit of this, what's it called, a chicane? That's the one. It's not a great exit. I'll go down to 10% overtake. I've got time here, but I think I can go for a lunge. I'm going to have way better braking. Round the outside of Charlie. That's getting quite close, but we're through! Lando Norris is up to third in this race, and he might win the championship after all. Starting from 20th, thinking it was all over in fourth. Leclerc's one stop is shit, and because of it, Lando might win. Come on! Ah, that's nice. Nearly put in my best lap of the race as well. Look at that. Well done, DRS. If you drive without traction control, you can drive without ABS. No. Yeah, maybe I can, but I don't want to. And that's all that matters. So there you go. If others do, good for them, but I just personally don't, and that's an end of that. Thank you. What place do I need to be to win the championship? Well, this is like a prediction for tomorrow. So obviously Max is winning, Oscar's second, so Lando needs to finish third, and I've just overtaken Leclerc for third. So this is like for Lando to win, not me. This is just a one-off race. It's a predict tomorrow. So yeah, in real life, obviously, if Lando comes third, no matter what Max and Oscar do, he wins. And Max and Oscar are conveniently ahead of me right now, but now I can win. Or Lando can win, but I can win, you know what I mean? Now it's basically just a case of don't crash. I've got the pace. I've got more than enough pace. It's just not crashing, pretty much. And then we'll be good. AI difficulty, it's 109. Should have been 110. It's 109. I just didn't think I'd have very good pace around this track because I've not driven AI on this year's game, but turns out I do. So there you go. Wouldn't have changed much, I don't think. I still would have finished third, so it don't really matter. How am I doing? I'm doing fantastic, mate. Thank you for asking. Just overtook Leclerc to win Lando the championship in my prediction race, so going very good. Hope you're doing good yourself. I see what, I'm like quicker than Oscar now as well, which is nice. I'm not going to catch him, obviously, but, you know, it's motivational. Save a little battery. You have any left? I don't have any left. I don't really need it. I'm not defending or attacking anyone, so I can just sort of use a little bit on the exits, and that'll do me. It's not really worth the risk just spending a lap building it up and then using it. Might be. You know what, I will. And then I'll just dump it on the final lap. How about that? That'll probably work out. Prim is such a lovely bloke. I really am. I'm glad you noticed. I'm an absolute angel. Not really, I'm joking. How is Jensen doing after Ocon getting rear-ended by him? What? What? Eh? I don't know. You play Forza? I did. Forza Horizon 2 is one of my favourite games ever, but not anymore. I will be playing 6 though, like absolutely. That will be the one. I'll probably play that. If it's on actually won't matter, it'll be on PC, won't it? Of course it will, so yeah. You right, Jace? Guess who's back? Welcome back, Lewis #1 fan. You're probably the only Lewis fan left. You don't remember Suzuka? If you're talking about my my Lamborghini career, then I don't, no. I actually don't. I just remember finishing 6th. Can you remind me of what happened last lap? Oh, yes, of course, yes! I love how you remember that, but I didn't. Yes, of course, when I overtook Lando and clotted Ocon up the arse. Yes, I remember now. Well done. That's class from you. Did I watch Quali? I did. I was here streaming it. Well, not the actual thing, but I was doing a watch-along of it, yeah? Great session. But anyway, I'll ignore chat for a second. I'm going to finish the final lap and try and make it a bit entertaining. As in, like, passion. But yeah, we started P20 in this race. Got up through the back markers very quickly. We were up to, where were we? We were like, what, P14 after like 2 laps? And then as my medium size started to age, the pace sort of fell off a little bit. I was struggling. Sonoda was gapping me, which isn't good. And then I made the first pit stop and I saw Leclerc might be doing a one-stopper. Obviously, in hindsight, that's not worked out very well for him as he currently sits 4th, 3 seconds off me. And I thought it was all over, to be fair. I was sat in P4 after overtaking Antonelli for the 3rd time. And I just sort of thought, well, obviously, you know, Oscar's way up ahead, 15 seconds up the road. Sonoda's ahead of me. Leclerc's ahead of me. And Max is ahead of me. I just finished 3rd. And then I got past Sonoda. And I noticed, like, for, you know, lap, what was it, 46? Leclerc was really slow. Then I remembered he's on the one-stopper. And he was really slow. So I actually tried, you know, a bit harder than I was. Done a great dive bomb on him round the outside of the long, whatever the corner's called. And as Max Verstappen wins the Grand Prix, Oscar Piastri finishes 2nd. But their efforts were decent. But it's going to be Lando Norris, the 11th British World Champion in Formula 1. Well done, Lando. He's done it! Go on! I think that's the first time I've ever been happy with a 3rd. But there you go. Lando Norris is the world champion. F125 predicts Lando Norris will be the world champion. That's what we did. So there you go. Okay, that's done now.
You've heard this one before. Max Verstappen takes the victory.
This is kind of accurate, bar the P20 start. Yeah, I mean, I only done the P20 start because it's fun. That's about it. Slide. I did want to do a little bit of a slide. I actually failed at sliding, which is quite impressive because I do it every corner. I genuinely tried to kick the arse out a bit and ended up just having the best exit of my life. So there you go.
All that hard work, all that graft on track, now being rewarded.
Are you Dutch? No, I'm hungry. The way you word that just sounds funny.
Another win in Formula 1.
To be fair, I have a whole Spotify playlist of Max Verstappen songs, and I'm British. You know, I'm as British as they get, and I love Max. I prefer Max to Lando. The only 2 drivers I prefer is Jenson Button and Sergio Perez. So yeah, we can all go do-do-do-do. Max Verstappen. Anyone recommend? I don't know what that is, Cookie Man, I'll be honest. Oh, that was a really fun race, considering, you know, I get bored after like 5 laps of a full race. I'm very, you know, that was really good fun. Did I set the fastest lap at the end as well? No, I just lost it. Oh. Was it Sector 3? Wait. That's a lap times, by the way. Ugh. Ah, for that consistency. Apart from, I don't know what I must have done on this lap, and also this lap I was saving ERS. You take out those two, every single lap from here, from when I put the hards on, was a 27. See, I told you they were better than the softs. Boom. Oh no, my best lap was at the end, it just wasn't fastest. Okay, fair enough. What was my best Sector 3? So 32.0, 31.8. Ugh, there you go. So if I found that lap time, an extra 10th or half a 10th, I could have gotten the fastest lap as well. Not bad. They do F1 wheels. Oh. You see, I didn't know that. To be fair, the only sim racing companies I know is Thrustmaster, Moza, and Fanatec, or Fanatic, whatever they're called. That's it. There you go. Hamilton will win 26. Source, trust me. Alright, fair enough. I'll trust you. That wouldn't be too bad. 59 subs to 3k. We are still gaining. I think it's almost in the bag. I shouldn't say that. Sounds greedy. But if I stream near enough every day until Christmas, I reckon we can smash 3k by Christmas. So let's keep that up. Let's do it. I was just going to end stream there, but I've been streaming for 3.5 hours. Oh. That race took 2 hours. I thought, okay, never mind. I thought I was live for like 2.5 hours. Okay, fair enough. Cool. Let's quickly take a look at some overtakes, because I said so. Did I actually do anyone on the right? Oh yeah, I did Colin Pinto, of course I did. Sorry if the game's a bit louder, it's a bug for some reason. They just won't fix for 3 F1 games. So we got past Colin Pinto. Shall we do this view? That was that. Got past Lawson as well. And then I think I stayed around here. Got Alonso on the exit. And then I dive bombed Ocon. Did I go past him? No, I just stayed behind them. This was a nice double overtake, to be fair. What would happen if F1 during its steering wheel... Wait. What would happen if F1 during its steering wheel era used nowadays F1 steering? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I just joined time zone is way different. I mean, yeah. I do try and keep my schedule so it's like within like daylight. Well, not even daylight, but like 8 AM to like 8 PM for everyone. But obviously that's impossible. Well, there you go. I also just kind of stream whenever I feel like it, so that doesn't help, of course. But I did go live quite later today than normal, like 2 PM. Alright, Ming. See, that was a nice double overtake up the inside. A little bit of late breakage. They weren't even fighting for it. Okay, never mind. Oh, went off as well. Got bought a letter on lap 3. Also got Stroll, then Gasly, then Sainz. There's one car a lap, pretty much. Lap 7, I'm into the points. Then P9, P8, so... yeah, doing really good. What was my move? Let's take a look at my move on Hamilton. I'm watching from Washington State. I'm surprised the time difference is that much then. It's probably, what, 6 hours backwards? I don't know. Oh shit, 2%. See ya. Get that phone charged, mate. Thanks for stopping by. I mean, to be fair, you probably have a job or school, so that makes sense. Move on Hamilton was nice, if what I remember. I had a little double switchback, tried to do what he did to Checo. Didn't work, but there you go. And then extra overtake and straight line speed allowed me to dive around the outside and see you later, alligator. Then we've got Antonelli as well, straight after. So lap 15, I'm already 5th on pace, which is quite fast. And I made Antonelli stay behind me the entire time. Lap 20, I made my first pit stop. Came out behind Hamilton in a load of traffic. Got back past Hamilton, then Antonelli, then Russell as well. So now I'm back to being 5th. 11 seconds behind Tsunoda. Let's see how quick I close the gap. 10, 10, 23. What happened there? How's that happen then? How'd it go from 11 to 23? I don't know, but there, that happened, I guess. Oh no, now it's back down to 3. Oh, I don't know. So the gap went up. So this is This is F1 strategy, sort of like, on display. Leclerc pitted here for brand new hard tyres. What was it? Lap 27. So he went for the one stop. He went medium hard. I went medium hard. You can see, for the first few laps, he is quicker than me. 3.2, 3.3, 4. He's like half a second a lap quicker than me. And then, when I pit, it changes. So I now get past Sonoda and Antonelli again. And you can see, Leclerc is currently leading by 2 seconds. And I've got like a 30-odd second gap to him. And then Verstappen gets past him. Piastri's catching by 2 seconds a lap. And on lap 47, but a gap to Leclerc, on lap 49 rather, is 8.6. Look at this, 8.6. 6.9, 5, it's 1.5 seconds a lap, all the way until lap 55, when I finally put him in the pocket and get past him. Let's see, this was the moment, right, Seb, where Lando Norris took to the top 3 and, well, won the championship, I suppose, because obviously I finished 3rd. It wasn't here, I got quite close, but I decided to, you know, break a bit early, get a nice run out of whatever that corner number is, I don't know. Good exit, and then we'll watch it from this view. Makes his way down the back straight, goes to the outside, and then late on the brakes, so that was really close to Leclerc here as well, look at that. And then I don't know why he did that. I mean, that random jink left is a bit odd, and that just allowed me to swoop by. And then 1.2, 2, 3, 3. So he actually got quite quick at the end. It just wasn't quick enough. And then I wanted to do a slide. It was actually I want to watch this live. It was really nice. Watch it from this view, because this is cinematic. This is Lando Norris on his way to winning the first championship of his career. Maybe his life. You know, maybe he doesn't win anymore. He might not. I guess that's why it's doubly important for Norris to win tomorrow, is that he may never get the opportunity again. Max has already done it 4 times. He's good. But he might not win or get the chance to win ever again. He genuinely, there's a very good chance of that. This is the first year McLaren have had the best car. And he's almost going to win it. He should win it. I hope he does anyway. That'd be nice. I'm actually quite impressed with my, Hey, never mind, I actually lost time to... Oh, no, of course I did. I lost time because I was saving ERS. Yes, of course. I farted. Congrats. It's all nice within track limits as well. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it makes it look a lot cleaner. First year, McLaren have had the best car. Okay, no. I mean, in, like, since Lando got there, you know, out of context, that sounds obviously dumb. 24, of course, I had it for half a year. But I mean, like, throughout the year, this is the first time. And that's where I wanted to do a little skid. But you can see, I literally, look at my steering wheel. I got literally the best exit I could have possibly got. Look, like, literally nothing. And I was trying to kick the arse out. Oh, that's quite funny. It was actually, wait. 0. Did I literally do the exact same lap as my previous best? If I didn't do that swerve to the right and kept going straight, I probably would have got fastest lap. Oh well. How many race are they? Well, I'm done, and there's 1 in real life, so there you go. What's my second best lap then? Because obviously my best lap was, what, a 27 or 26.9? No, 26.5. 26.8. 26.977. Oh. Oh. Well, it's just a delta. Wow, look how much better the hard tyres were. But actually, I was stuck in traffic the whole time, but still. It said I was 1,000th up on my delta, but I'm looking. None of my laps are really close. The closest one is about 2/10. So I don't know why it's saying that, but there you go. Well, I am going to call it a day there because I said so. Tomorrow we have a massive day. We have the, what's it called? It's the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I'm going to be watching that. And then I might do something afterwards. I don't know. But that's the main focus for tomorrow. That was really fun, though. Quali was great. I enjoyed watching that with you lot. And then a really good race as well. This is what F1 25 is predicting. It's predicting Max Verstappen wins by 11 seconds over Oscar, and Lando gets on the podium on the final few laps to win the Grand Prix. Would Senna survive if F1 had a halo? Probably not, because the rest of the car is bad, but maybe. Thanks for the great stream today. Thank you all for watching. That was really, really good fun. Right, I'll see you lot tomorrow. I badly need a cup of tea. And, yeah, thank you all. Have a good rest of your weekends. I'll be back tomorrow at 1 PM BST for the Grand Prix. And, well, goodbye, everyone. Let's do the thing. Let's do that thing. Yeah, there you go. Yay! All right, see you lot. I need some sound. Can't find any sound. Help! Is there a single thing? Okay, I guess I'm not doing this because there ain't any. Where's the music gone? Oh my goodness, it's all gone. Oh, I don't care, just do that, whatever. See you lot later. Ugh.
You say I make you nervous, a tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning, you wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face, got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, something